East and West. Maybe I'll be for power any TV SYZ. Western Regional Capital, a year, Unianma and Poho, any other areas of Mutiano, Takra, the baby of FB, Sharp 106.9 FM, Iziama Elembele, Western 100.3 FM. Northern Regional Capital, Tamale, Sharp 106.9 FM, Takra, Kesmi 107.1 FM, so Tamale. WFM ewa in the Upper West region, so any animal boko fire life source 100.1 FM, Zaps FM ewa Zabila na Pusiga, wing pang Sampa Wende FM. Ye motion freeway enough ye any entre buno region. Tiny tipona FM on Sokona Suma FM on Crown Quanta. Have original capital goes and ananum 92.5 FM station with ambition Adunu FM and so ewo Sankore. Central Regional Capital Cape Coast Adom Sounds Kotokraba Market Sanso and a Rich FM so ewo Asim Fosu Nina won fifi mantemum. Yanko Volta Regional Capital ho a Global 105.1 FM. Uti region stations miensa Nywa 89.7 FM Oketekrache KFM Opasa and Abuem FM Ewoja second Dollar Man Governor of the Father of West Africa Nikrum almost fire life ewo a year Buem FM. Na sidaka se nkoma ya abo afo eta echi di dwumadi ebre odane de nyina be Moses Clinic and Herbal Center sanso ena Adom Survey General Construction omuso ododowa omuso eta yenechi boy Love Kit Live Kit capsules and so free the Moses Aswe and also airboy and papa yefasida power specialist about hospital and then Monday Dr. Amponsa Ebeba Hebron Hills International School S Natural Mineral Water Safari Valley Eco Resort Omonya Dawo Matechiri ne dijumedi edifin city 37 and baby 68 12 ewo baby will Ashanti Regional Capital Minia Brad Kankambuadu of Pure FM champion Brad Kankambuadu sports journalist, head of sports Edema Pure FM that belongs to the NJ group of companies. Nyami Insha Papa, my good brother, Bright Kankambuadu of Pure FM. Nyami Insha, the man cappuccino, way too much. Nyami Insha. Welcome back to Ghana, home sweet home. Menuaba Adelaide Amunsu from the United States. Wababidru, Wababisi, Mame, and Papa. Imagine losing your parents within 1 month. Nyame enshawden woni arraign ene unua Ishmael ene abusuani nyina mo wompo ho ya mo ehwe yen life the regional minister honorable Nelson my good brother Kek ene mpanifo nyina the MP for Eyampo ho ye chacha mo nyina fin say funeral no on the 26th of July 2025 edudandra nyina eba takrade mpo ho ne nya aba beboa abusuano. It's a sad news wana enunsu free ho eba nti asada kese pa enkoma abusuani nyina Adelaide you are not alone, we are with you ye kai won pa ibomo ne onua Ishmael abusuani nyina arraign fantastic family nyame emfa mama ne papa no omokra enye den nsie now and ensem bibli ho ayebeka ho ensem. Today is Monday and Monday and I keep telling my listeners man viewers say Monday me koni gidi eyemeda Diana me koni slow but sure Obatin Simbibri and over the weekend, Honorable Julius Zebra, Chief of Staff of the Republic, or no so PMO Eastern Region, ya just a festival CB and Eco Hono, or no Sutimico PMO was in some of the two Janino, Yabamo Ason Ati, San so Enna, Honorable Johnson, and Sidun Katia, Enra, Eda Kaya Papa, His Excellency Jerry John Rawlings born, will be June born, 22nd of June, and your war no, said he means me June born, the Bazanaton, so ye June born, in among for the celebrate my birthday in June. Minua Kojuchum Boafo, also June, Uncle Atoa June, Honorable Akando, June, Honorable Kojo Duasari, the honor is the last day of June near the Asuano. Mimobibia, happy birthday, belated and happy birthday in advance. Edema, a yempenifua. Mudimu birthday wo juma mudimu diewi ene dia akaninano ye jene kakra Israel ene ye Iran for entoko ye ho nsem ewo na nsem be okay Excellency John Dramani mama so aye new appointment ya che say ye nuanom ma ne me ma mo be represent Ghana in our various missions far away no omunyina din aba koju bonsu ko China na ne penifo bebre omudin ewo listen so no me hu listen na me raho because eda nka me hu first listen no ke bia me hu ambassador Sampiale ne din ewo so by no more ti me hu listen no ama me botoye se papa we na mi ankasa me say obekọ Germany but nyankopon esi wo kurade a quantum may he so rest in peace Adekuka may he so rest in peace but yeah kano let's always be there for each other because nobody knows tomorrow. Madam we simete wo na fe meba angels now 100 million or more every time kama adwumayefo am Ghana Revenue Authority free eye boss so ebesi ase my respect mo papa ni papa wa akwan mo ne efa so ni nkita ho no eso ani ye papa nti GR4 mo head office asem na mekan o ministry so no mo koso sa Madam Florence, God bless you, Mr. Frank and Mr. Adomako Mensa. No wonder so free kumawu twinebo akobia na de hye eno ya mesha mu nyina customs for no monkoso emwa na yenjeje nkakran ventimi mwa His Excellency John Dramani Mahama said be ya memmo no ebibia betumi eden akoso boko semeti wo memeda baba meba de aka nyina ye de be eden ye de beto amoso. As was it and also on Power 97.9 from the hottest and the biggest conversation in Ghana inside politics. Ethiopia in all the 16 regions across the country. The spirit is back to 900 million angels at Ankolega Biga Mugabe Maase, the capacity man. And they is a tema 23rd of June 2025. That's just an Eda Kasiepa Edema Omani and no Eda NDC. Umunina Boabo Mano Eka His Excellency Jerry John Rawlings ya Otuana Nanom ewo ensedo amafo basha no so akaya na just 2020 ma ye lazy and boot aka few weeks ami akwagoto aba no and His Excellency Jerry John Rawlings woto anananom ewo eye ensedo na dabia I've said it and today is the second time. Enya Rawlings wo eda anebeka zanato eni nenua eye nenua Ezekimati, right? Yes. In the month of June, my engage you twice. In the I brought you know who Rollins. And be a program be a movie battle on your day. Oba. Share, sir, or any papa who difference a woman. Well, or prepare do a baby query so be a contestant. It's straightforward. You money power brow tiasi. You put the break as here and for my Rollins in the Babemano. Now what the end this year, Nima, Suno, the spirit, the Jumbo spirit, you know, new Rabia. And yet that, and the Papa birthday, and yet June 4th, and was a Kayom. And the time is now. It is just a matter of time. And the time is now. Yes. The horse no anya dai ontie. Me say the horse no anya dai ontie. Yes. We can do and do it better. Yes. Sami wo mimi Jumbo, and I know what I'm talking about. I'm a Jumbon. 10th June. And your man Tibiamu to say Juno. Jumbo for Bia Yakopo Shawamo. Take it or leave it. Will be I wanted the month of June Biano when you greedy and him. Show what I have Brantiano. And I was our Brantiano. Okay, Rollers and okay, Rollers. woman position kasia bia obia ne ho ba jealousy. I'm not talking about myself, but hey, baby vanish mama. Yes. See a cow man we are very close to Jerry John Rollins way back 2008 in London every morning. Before say Mako Air on Radio Focus, Sky Channel 0185, our 4 Ingate Place, Battersea, Dogs and Cat Home. I swear, wow. SWA3NS. Come on. You didn't command up. And the President Maase Kasanopa. The last of Dr. Manebo Ama, Honorable Kujo Toblakwa, the late Amwa Ponko, Yamami, the late Ama Benuado, Baba Jamal. And me say, as way a second time I make a way in the month of June. The house no nya dai. Unti. Maybe. Yeah, and this spirit in your Rollins. Take it or leave it. Me Mugabe abu me sa me kasa no. Me say me a month of June. And you woman. Yamo yantu yadro and you say. Who are so up at ye? What time you go first? Last week, Katachena also headed in. Midru baby ojina no one in the girlfriend to come. Tong and no 2 kai dwane. No not to radio so that you say can catch. No send one to me. Uba kasa to me mommy di me mabo din direct. I can't just say we are kete. They make a wrong move and you see where power lies. Me kasa. Sa spirit ne ba angels ni sane the 900 million. What is the bay? What G position? Cassia and Ghana. Your mama, your man, mammy, why? We are my papa, you be bibia. Namia shall cry, meant to say, is as John Dramani Mahama. More fun the money, Shababy, Muka will be a Mokazanato and a Yakimati man. Munti will be a become. The two of them. So mudim penifone spirit no the endings no who said the umbrella no spirit not sorry. And I know what I'm talking about. Missy when a man baby omo pasa omo kwante omo ejina and this mo be a contest omo. Ye ja omo sa omo bra no ma bre. Na kole klote de gise mewu yesie mi zanato be kosa gise okaso ompe Mugabe Maase atankole gabiga mi wo betime me over the weekend and rather yawo ye kai Jerry John Rollins in the birthday e ko ready call so Johnson say dun katia national chairman in 24 ekasa ewo ase meraho cause I remember baby will see garages so magazine garages and that very day ya run see you know near set it up 2020 myself Kevin Asante chief head of engineering SYG broadcasting Ima any a team na near was Swami magazine and baby near Tiano garage so Rollins they see sadine. That day my spirit catch them say mama ko studio ko studio say me ye program o na me pese me ye program no awo abontre in opposition na man for how powerful atankoliga biga Mugabe Maase the capacity man. And ye program no abontre ye bi wa so ase abontre me catch you say me studio ye so be so me kumi that person na so man so me kumi no wono na na de ne ma gunu hu bebiro mu ku no oboko no wono abebie na no ton nye ton fa hu say ye soma me By no de be anye yi. Upe mura beti se katechie Afrifa. Canada Japan no also be pamu nyina kwata no mu to yi na tawo. You get such a useless caricature going around and it means sorted. John Dramani Mahama and the family. Upe ye steady Ghana ha. Now mesima tiasim. VIP drivers amutie mu nyina tidede yimamu mesima ya da matiesim na katecheso ya bema ofa mewoso. Yes. Dia course NDC headquarters enra ye kai rollers na woda no ye hwe dia course ewo.
Very important. Again, I know our founder was a very, very punctual person because he understood time to mean money. So we will not tolerate lateness very fast. Is it too much for us to demand punctuality from our citizens as a country? It's not. So let's try and push punctuality and we'll see how much it will save for us. We waste a lot of money by wasting time. And so every time Papa J happened to be late for unavoidable reasons, even if it's meeting school children, you'll find a way of apologizing to them for it. So I think that it is a value we must take with. And he espoused the value of positive defiance. You know, in Africa, elders do the work. So anybody who is older than you or who is higher than you in terms of seniority in your workplace, you don't question him or her. Papa Nye taught us differently. He said that we must be defiant positively. And what it means is that if your senior is making a mistake and is pushing you to follow him in doing that, you should be able to stand out and say, please, I respect you, but what you want us to do is wrong. That is what we meant by positive defiance. In the past, it was before the revolution. If your superior orders you to do something wrong, it was always a defense to say that I was ordered to do it. It was during Papa J's time when he said that when you were ordered to do it, you were also having your conscience and you were also thinking about it. So if your boss is wrong, that cannot free you for following the person to do the wrong thing. Why did you not ask questions when you were asked? So, according to the theory of positive defiance, if you are forced to do something wrong, use your number 6. And you will think that what you are being forced to do is wrong. It's against the interest of the country. You must stand up and say, I respect you, sir, but this is wrong. Not me. I think that this is something we must imbibe in our youth. And he had a way of expressing his belief in true democracy. And as cadets, we were taught to believe that whatever affects all must be decided by all. Whatever affects all must be decided by all. So when there is an issue to be decided, many people outside things.
That was the national chairman of the NDC, Johnson S.Edun Ketia, and Motinikana live on TVS and also on Power 97.9 FM. Over the weekend, the Chief of Staff of the Republic, Honorable Julius Debra, Miami Boss, Okupiemo, Ewo Eastern Region, to me, Ekoboae, Emma, Kan Festival. Yachese, Eno, Achemfo, Womo Afashe, and the capacity man. Honorable Julius Debra, Ekopiemo, any NDC Penifo Bebre, Kopiemo, Ewo Jumedians. Yan share the course so Ewo Jumediano, as a Hombrasiemu, Honorable Julius Debra.
Siapa, mungkin dia naiknya bawa, namun dia tu tak berubah. Namun mau buat nanti berubah, asal Bolivia tak berubah. Itu sebenarnya orang, karena bercakap dan bagi siapa.
Honorable Julius Debra, Chief of Staff of the Republic, ASU, opportunity kasi SIN Edebo, Tufu, Edima Mebono, Efa, Jumawira program, no, ya, NCA, His Excellency John Dramani Mama, Elanche, Minia Brad can come boardu of Pure FM, fantastic border. Would in Zambia to that, and then bo video, no, full video, no, I'm a Ghana for a day at it. But then, for more 2 months in Asante region. Nancy Jophobia or Hayame and Yade and Komoso is a sports journalist, me free sportsman, and maybe politics as a political talk shows. But it's one of the finest guys who call Asante Regional. Omo Kasa, thousands of people in the Tiomo, Brad can come boardu, Nyamisha no Anya Okesi. Very well, yet in summer, it's just an opinion Julius Debra Ekafa, a Jumawira program.
But when Obama, the corporate, was working. Now, yes, the Russia said, we see also the people. As soon as I walk with you, so they got over in the day and pass. And also, that's when a school said, any people, any Bibia ewe wakwa eni adeni nana mekwa mpanifu edasa udini meni ombeni mkobo na meji medise ipo se anye bini na butukua eto se brende mama na kudesuru na enema mkosuru ya yangu bibi ama uma mkoi eni ati ake wako brende mama kuna subu pani ojuna senima ednatiwa ni mabawa iti abana yesise se yobede ni ba femi dunia se bi o ti woni na obi a so ya se ni ko pe juma aya ni abususo o ti amita na sise aye wo obi ma ni se e kan ni na ti wa ni ma ba wa e be so mo be so ni ti ma ni ba ko mo wa ni aso ma se ni amu ni pe chi amu ni se ni ma ni so e ti ni amu. And I'm sure there's a man to anyone going to do. And you will show some person of God who I should say. This is the purpose of honor. We put my name on the player.
Very well. Chief of Staff of the Republic of Ghana, Honorable Julius Zebra, live on TVS YZ and also on Power 97.9 FM. What's the regional capital? We are live on Sharp 106.9 FM. Sound soon I'll call for regional capital go so Nananum 92.5 FM station with ambition and I do know FM so a war a sound calling. A year ntokwa conflict ya eja ekoso ntokwa kese pa we de a war mu war nya conflict ra war mu war pa ewo eye Israel for ene eye Iran for no eno ama eye opinion da National Petroleum Authority ano onabo eye Edoji Tamakulu lawyer wababontini ababe kasa se wo hwe eye Iran ini Israel ntokona ama for dodo na kasafa crude oil ho se edwaso no mama wo do so no sen enaniema ebesi akọ edi ama yensan se wo hwa ebetumi ama fa ho no ne bo ayeden akoso eno ama opanyin eye Edoji Tamakulu ababe kasa head of legal edema Endisa Manyoku no san ye CEO edema National Petroleum Authority yekoti ensema ode atudwa.
With the stock we have currently, we will be able to mitigate the impact of what people are expecting to be higher prices at the pump. You see, there are two key components: the FOB pricing and the exchange rate. Thankfully, there has been relative stability and firmness from policymakers in keeping the stability of the cedi in check. With that expectation, I'm confident that the expectation that prices will go up will not get there. What I see is that we'll never get to the like January 2025, December 2024 prices of petroleum product. We won't get there. We currently have in excess of 200 million liters, almost 240 million liters of diesel, over 150 million liters of petrol. So together, over 400 million liters of those white products in the country. But the question is, have our ports been shut to fuel coming in? Definitely not. We are putting in place all the mechanisms to ensure continuous, flow of products into the country. That's what I can say.
Yes. What was that? Oh, President, Finance. President, President, Onema, Korea Cinema, results of winning a good capacity NPA boss. What is Sama Oka? Say, can you useless for no, sir? Sankwas for no mokona. Komaba catch or say, full assault because of Iran and Israel war. Yategana how? Emma Russia and Ukraine COVID mu. And one no mudi excuse no mudi some phone and I Ghana for chiri wo munyansa. MBB fuwi. And this one who power beam I was asking we so. I dear friend say power and this MBB for who power beam 8 years no more wasting and taxpayers money nothing oma waste this kind nyina. Na obi betimi de bosumi nsia aye di obi adi mfie wotwe bese no wo de bosumi nsia pe attend things around and then okoto eye early Toyota Corolla early engine na 25,000 and then with gearbox and then 16,000. Yes, bia bafom the same thing no ntokwani bi see COVID time na Ukraine and Russia and Iran and Israel na so se sa hwe e Ghana da bia me metrase se na me kasa minim direction ameko yet Ghana ha ma sankwas fo bi ti secretary afifa mo and sai system no mo e kan se mo tumfuturo ngo amafo ani yamo and this lusu ye no me kotena back 2 years as I remember back on radio and TV from Mutie FM me resuming back on a year SYZ on the 15th of October 2018. After seeing Lucy 2016, me kwatrasi suya niema bebre azana me back. Nyai for ya to about 6 months in we. Most of the mudi jo mama atem. Journalists also organ how you be unity. Remember cancer phone for about we home. Publishing Force News, yabecho. Me send one in the amount me bo mo dia me beso mote. Ye hear praises be free or man anymore. Ye hear praises be free what they say obi mo ho. Ani kateche mo ho. Leave Jamahama alone. And I got TV is all to me momidi. O platform no dey not transfer to me momidi. Who try ampia? Who to me momidi? Me body. Who me ujane? Because me spirit no who to me stand. Me say woni me akobisa Canada Japan no mo kama samonchirawo. So for usu bimpamo no mu kan o masamonchirawo. Obi asende one na mana ya be Mugabe e o Ghana. Baga biga. Mr. Matiasim, and I'm the commander of the airwaves. Political show be a nature. Captain Smart is my brother. I will never and never attack him because he's my brother. That is a true brother. A friend will move free or journalism 25 years. Jeffrey for how many years? Yeah, journalism 2000 Jeffrey for how many years? Sorry, we was away a bema. Kafun sa dia tamuko. Never again. My Sunday one and I'm one. Let me say repeat it. I'm ready for you. Na ese panyine kasa wi ana ka asemasa ono abo adogita makuru kasa wi uko energy ministry ho a yenua Richmond aye Roxen ono so assure Ghanaians say enough fuel anoma reserve ya che say betimi akọ 2 months ene na chikura anti muda mo na ojo mama ho ye president wo fie nyansa ho enya dada ni bi ba ko ne twam ne de no twam no ye bogus.
In the immediate term, we don't have any shortage of fuel on the local market. Enough reserves to take us between 2 to 3 months. If you look at what Bost has and also what the BDCs also have, so one, we have enough reserves, and number two, whether or not government will take a decision pushing consumers using the price stabilization levy, for example, will depend on the impact. So there are a number of measures that government has put in place, but what's the impact will be on the international fuel market will trigger which option the government should use. For now, there's a price stabilization levy which is in the price build-up for some of these measures, and depending on how the impact is, the government has a number of options to exercise. You know, there are levies and margins on it. So if that is what will give the people of Ghana some respite within the period, government's options are open. At the end of the day, the government will take the appropriate measure to protect the consumer.
We are live on TV as well as also on Power 97.9 for Monday, the 23rd of June 2025. Broadcast Cambodia a head of sports. A Pure FM. Pure FM Dr. Kwaku Oting. Me am a boss. Dr. Kwaku Oting. Yeah, NG group of companies. Nedia. Maybe I will be a doctor and every and Yamisha Ununia Dr. Didi Yamicha and Yabushani. Na waka sembi na me pese me bo video no bon na ye mo endis impani for no ye start and the define kophobia omo kasa na nyansa wo ma ye be peke from the various regions. It's a sports journalist said na me yes sports wa ansa na me ba be wura political talk show host mo e pese ye tie sema brante na ye den aka no ye fam aba ne ye fa nya adwuma Omo mutie mi wasante mantemu. Program where your program global way baby obi around the globe obi den etie program way. Facebook Live Power 979 TVS was at Ghana, Samsung on YouTube, SYZ Broadcasting. And it is number 1 political talk show. Program we Aweni Award Mako 5. Ewo Ghana. You start in EBC that. Aweni 5 awards ewa internationally, locally, maybe Obi peba ko pekura wonya. So ya no to ayam so a champion. Hana Ghana fu nyina etie. Captain Smart nyame shirawo. Besi etie sema Brad kan Boadu. Pure FM. Head of sports. Sema waka wasante mantemo. O kan sema no so ewo Kwame Adinkra show so ewo Pure FM. Etie sema no.
When the streets, people are struggling, people cannot feed. When you do all those things, one of the things I made you honestly, President Mahama will do good. The Tiana say, Sabi, Sonny Obatio. That's Obani Jao, we go into TDE. No, Kwana, Kopachawana, Osajawa. You treat Obani different.
Yeah.
When no opportunity to serve Ghana for pain, only circumstances upon which Ghanaians booted him out. Now Ghana for summer, we're quite unprecedented, overwhelming majority. And on the amount.
You can continue what you did. The
Parliament, no, not the mistakes. That is the more no. Who's the more at the end with one side? Oh, your mistake. No, your mistake. And a Ghana for booting out. And a offer by 8 years. And a Ghana for doing the I'm the back, couldn't mistake, no. No, cry your chain. So you can't remember. I know by the way you saw, but some more catch their own. I know my jatu. When you make mistakes and you are not careful, why are you careful now, sir? The Kwame, the entire be who take a decision in our free.
Yeah.
No, we'll do because to pay candid opinions. Yeah. Say, can you question me? Hey, Uber tax me. Miss me tax me. Who will remain to be taxing me? I know we can't kick him. So we tax me. People were accused giving people money. When you do that, you are creating an impression. You are just admitting that you did not do good, but take the money and vote for me. Until the party should go back. No more no more. And then as president-elect Kai also saying, or catch a caution in this voting in our say, I dear Ghana for ya tell it say yaba. Naya, they'll kick us out. And that is the level of the Ghanaian voter now. Of course, you can have a percentage who will vote on lines who are partisan, maybe are tribal, maybe are religious, but the people who select, you'll be choosing the president, and that's Uncle Fono. And the people are economy. Ghana, they be a job about the economy. And it's about the economy. If there is no money in my pocket, I'll vote you out. It's as simple as that. There was a young man who is my friend. In 2016. He had $100,000 as the capital of the year. That was 400,000 Ghana cedi. Today, less than 25,000. Also, the Paroka just free as it. Is that what you are saying? So they lost touch with the base. They should accept it. No more trade, no more classing prepare, no more be. And yeah, but they go to Suway, or Santini go to Suway, or Cremoni go to Suway. So how did they come? Boys, no, young boys almost treated us wrong. And those people who vote against you, if you don't tell them something that will better their lives, and then every young man wants to travel. The very moment you have an economy where everybody wants to live, it means it's failing. And if you don't accept that, now it's a miracle. Very young man. I love the guy the way he communicates, but that day he got it wrong. We didn't hear interview. Because I'm for say I'm on there now. Also say we be because we are not arguing. Hey. You want my vote and tell me that? Instead of deciding to explain, if you're to make church, more churches say, right? And now a president-elect Bamenshia. Oh, yes, or catch up him. So, no more, yeah, Ashanti region. Yeah. I didn't tell us Ashanti region, how many? You're not two people from Ashanti. The regional minister himself sat on a platform. Uncle 5 monumental projects Ashanti waiting at Kawan. Why now? Conso, one magic amount that goes on with Yama. It's a Musaka, I know more team. It's a sermon just here. Kwame, Adiagu. Adiagu. Ana Adiagu keke. Adiagu. Brian. About this body. Nani pa wolu su si te me de. Now one is any yano. Em the senior na na zero yano. Ketiamo. What the parliament you concert, right? Unim. The youth of this country said you many years brain, and they have used this election to tell the leaders that it is about time. Start seeing the youth as people partners in development. Do things that makes the lives. I'm for Pejumaye. Obi Pejumaye. Also, Ethiopia Airways play about the Kumasi.
All right, we live in here.
Well, and as I foresee, I mean, etun sedidi. And no wonder, seminary Jumape. Yes. Right. Just was in my never and trying your political talk show host. Deceit, no. Okasa sense. Come where common sense. Where Ashanti region Kasa. Women is and Jeffwa. What's the start to identify woman in the various regions? You show me. You come kasa nyansa yeden ewom. Enyo mo mo do mo fu. Ena me wo Alan. Echina me wo Napo. The next day me wo ha. Maba Eswazi say dey me wo Jomama. The next day me di Bawomiachi. Ena me wo Akufuado. Echina me wo ayi wo mo do mo fu nenam. And media me a journalist ya. So wo de wako wia na wo de ba. Maybe so say we are saying. I just say we are saying say 100 ya a chimpe asana me defend o. We a bagger bigger journalist. Womo mo slow mo ne slow mo. Journalists are need credibility. Maybe I be be ask them once and do what you bon. Because would you fu nenam one will be at ya say would you fu stomach journalists would do fu nenam when you watch so bob na pabi na sa video ne beda wa ma o ma any future generations o mo baba beti mu say ne papa no no ye kwas campaign ni pa make us be 7 to aso na otrima ya wode. Yes hwe ediba ya se na wonyan e wo biase o sa wona ma ho ediba bie kwan edema wo busua ene mo ben. Yes, can open doors for you. A deeper good name is better than riches. My young within what baby say, oh, when we am a classmate, meaning in school, no, we are very humble. Antenna, menetra one class for 3 years. Because oh, Mugabe, met ni antenna, Adelaide, Simesi, Yabacho, Oko, a year Ghana Hair Service here. Mugabe, me met no, who 37 ubo eye Major Lambert J mi mate no would ura airborne base war F ayua tamalia me say oh Major eye Louis Boache no Colonel Boache say what do Colonel mi mate no yemma wudi ka asem na me Mugabe ya me classmate my fa krono nya den taachi to so yen se twani na wo adwuma no say would ye highest bidder and obedi na chi amanfo ko wi abansika wo be say we defend the woman and e chempe we are border for journalists. No, me I'm ready me see my teasim me oh tie you can't fight me and survive. Yes, a bit too free baby bye me kasa ba ko pen no ma jim no we dey check hey you go anymore. Fantastic, and I Monday. See, now you slow, no. Some catch was saying, I made that to me, giddy. But make home maybe in your platform, K2I say, one records. Baga bigger records. Me, I'm ready for you. Baga bigger records. Obey yesterday. Me, does say, me too, Miss Matthias, me too among, and I'm buying our power. Make a wrong move. The boss of power will be asking. Baby, I'm a command for her. Tie, me draw will I am out. Baby, I want some name or corner be a man for her. The choir ready, I'm a ready. Period. Yes, said the area so, you know, ohwe yie ene wanhwe ase media me no me o me sense wiem me ye angel me sense wiem mitimi to anytime wo share me wi amehia wanadwo wo share me spiritually am the physical be share wo enti me dem are ready a word to a wise is enough no anu no and na Monday so Dr. Bonsa day be a catch us ayare sade hu hia senipa Ghana be before nkasa and check up say me kwere ma pom me check me organs me liver me kidney functions net saying na blood circulation no isi adwuma ni paduanum whatever team ni atwe what a shock gone too soon wu nkwase wu a ye besie nkwase asie ni aye nkwase ye ewu bi wo ha wo betimi a prevent and dem bi wo ha nya mani padua no wodi mfie bi wo ha o se akire o se aduane we yi hu fim wo se no ana wo bedi wo be nkwase wu ni esi nkwase asie ni esi aye nkwase ye ni asa amanfo abesa nkwase asa anum nkwase ansam na ye Monday na sa bosuru kwa ka and they will be youth 21 years red na manoma una mosu abodan for usubi untimi kan amafo abodan sa una 1 2 3 na bi de adase she o maso red ni ne kumrante na ogana payare sabia pepa Dr. Mponsa Herbal Clinic Mugabe Maase ma hedan me de stamp no esesu na mde esna twa me no water hedan aguso ono abujilo zabra da che hin nyame nsha Dr. Mponsa mu akwaba
ejoso
apomo ya
nyame adomo he
mo fe na dwale o se
onzo sa o
awon se one sofu bi se
sa o
ya fe ne tia no e fe ne reverend obofo
sa
kanya nsasempa sa sofu oye me papa ba ko
me da se yo odifo me ba be sra wae odifo me ba be sra pa me ba be sra
ko sra no ko akate se Mugabe se me mesra o
ai abofo nti me ba be sra
obo me de enu anu
mate me a me penasem dada
o penasem dada
o dada
thank you
omo ya asofo mi enu bi ono ne ba ko bi ende me mbo ni din wa
na obofo asem na meka
sa omo na mpe omo asem pa
ni papa na se na se ni mame
medas
ya ko hwehwe
mate me ko akosra no
baba ko Jesus ahofe
we hu no
so papa nyame nhyira wo ene yenkwan
medas bebre mi din di Dr. Mponsa me ka ba bi a tibia na waje so se wayare safi se magic machine no mu amoba magic machine a mudi lie bebre no munyina se magic machine no ma krabi abeka ho eti se di oba magic machine a umbedi lie me yanka se kono ochena waba dabi se magic machine no ye de bi abeke ka ho enunti Dr. Mponsa Herbal Hospital ye kwa yanim ane ye ko enti sa wo hwame ne na program e koso a me pa kire se so far magic machine umbedi lie biem magic machine si a me de bi abeka ho be se mienu kura no asen abeka mienu no ewo ho no enti mu amoba magic machine Dr. Mponsa Hospital a eya enduru mo so ni ya hya se koda se waba no ene ente sa biem ese magic machine aba bebri enti mu amohwa mi nyina wo a wo yare da fie mu nyina mu ntutu America mu fa stroke fu egu fie no mreme tie mi yie enkrofo bi yare a friend stroke ebi se emubo yare omuntum nante mesramo monfa wo mo mra na yemfa machine si wo mo so na yenkolate wo mo blases no na wo mo ntini no enya hoden na omo so ntum nante na omo nya hoden na omo tumi ya adwuma aboa Ghana man elti se wutie me ne na wo yare dadam ana se wo ye obi a wo yare batutubu koba na hoden ni ho se de ebe ya wunwu ntem owu de ya menya sure se wa plan se wo be wusa abrewi enunti yare na etete ono sa ompese ebeku ompese ebegu wani mase ompese yare no bese o ebeche wato damu a entemu a braspentes Coastal Junction
uduru a taxi station na car no besi wo ho no ano busa wo mo se wo ba Dr. Amponsa on be kyerɛw na waba ana so mo de car be fa wo 20 series ana 15 pe ne kra de nyame adomfu e no ya tete so enti wo mo so atete so 15 series 20 series no mo de waba Dr. Amponsa Herbal Hospital enti se wo show me ne na wutie mi a bra yare a ene me be ka ho asɛm a kyerɛw na ma kyerɛw sɛ de te ba ko ye friend typhoid fever. Typhoid fever ye yare a aba wo wiase na me pa kyerɛw sɛ typhoid ye yare a ɛsɛ nipa wo yam niema ɛne ti sɛ typhoid ye wa symptoms ya behu wo fie na ntem wa beba me yaboa wo ma me kyerɛw kakra ɛtɔ da behu sɛ uti pa wo kakra ɛhɔ na ɔko akyi ye wo ya ɔmfeta ye wo ya uyam bobom wani so tu kyerɛw oho ye obasa eto da ye wo se obewu ade be chiso na ate ho eto da na wani so eyo chese wan kasa hu se wo bre typhoid fever ema constipation ayam tim eni ti se wutie me na se wo ayam tim uyam tim ana se constipation pa de a eno nso eka ho bra na yam hwehwe ade kora ede mau sa problem no na yam solve mau so simple na ho ato obi tie me no say doctor yes me wa hepatitis B no me patch us ne father any typhoid hepatitis B ye yare a ono typhoid efri ne hepatitis B no free typhoid ho na eba bibi ye free yare bi jaundice typhoid and malaria parasite sa ne ma miensa we na de hepatitis B eba eni ti tie me abra na yem waw na yensa yare no ma na ho ntaw na wanya nkwa obi atie mi wose doctor me wasi kire yare wasi kire na boro so a nka wo jadi a ekọ sa de we bebre ni mo sa si kire na wo ni padua no bebre a eno ane se jadi na nkọ enye sa na tie bibi wo ni padua no ma ye friend pancreas ena ba ko so ye friend digestive sa ne ma mienu wei sa wunya problem wo ma de ati biara wasi kire be kosoro number 1 eye sa yare a ye friend digestive me say yare nipadua na akwa bi wom a ye friend digestive sa digestive no wodidi a eno na eyam but ebi a wodi eno mu afele emu na afele eno ti entumo nyam nua ne ntem eche me nua wotie me ne wote sa da biara da wasi kire be kosoro eno nya diabetes o but wasi kire no kosoro tie sa wo yo obi a wote sa bra na yan quality digestive no ma wo wodidi a ebeyam nua no yie eba saa asikyire yare entum nyewo ena bibi wo yam a ye friend pancreas wodidi na aduane no ye adwuma wie a ebedan insulin asikyire no ebedan asikyire saa asikyire na broni friend insulin bibi na wo yam a ye friend pancreas no na de ye adwuma ma wo ema wonya energy ahoden ba se wodi no ebia no wanya osabi dadada eti a prepra sa pancreas no ebia na ekuro abeda woyam ama sa ade na affect no ebi so na wado sa ade bebre ama ne ho kyere no otumu nya adwuma yie eba sa wasi kyere do be fam mogam asi kyere do fam mogam a na broni akase wanya yare a your friend diabetes sa won pese sa ha we nyina beba better ne say bra Dr. Amponsa ho na yan collect no ya the magic machine no ebesu yefunu so na ya collect pancreas no cells no nyina cells no ho tono a won so pancreas no ho beto no na fe onye diabetes patient biem eji za okota duro se wo num na duro no sa azikyire yare a ente sa eji ya collect pancreas no na pancreas no mo ma sa yare simple ujidi onyini o sa na tie enti sa wo hwehwɛ me a bomodin na braspentes Kosa Junction obi say otika mu si for motie radio no enti ye ma na number no ye 0243 tie sa number we ye WhatsApp esa ye calling number 0243 11 08 75 0243 11 0875 self rely we ya won sabe kan ena we nso we de enye WhatsApp calling number 027 85 99 611 027 8599 611 sa 2 lines we ofra on sabekan ena mesrew ofra men kan nsem nyina wo phone no so kakakra bi na je direction bra na abeba abetome obi wo se doctor abeje mesen yenko hospital sa yentwabo a yenhwewo yenye sa mesrew eya na momra ena bisu wa nkomo no tentente sebe ya obi nso betumi afra kakra na waje direction ti ofra na waka wasa no kakra bi obetumi ya voice message nso so amayen na ya tie na ya reply kama enti mesrew so kasa wo ma asam na ya wa obi so enya kwan enkasa enti bra na behumi ankasa me mara na befa course no nti ameseme nka wonsem nyina ho na mum frɛ na je direction na ba obeba betom ya obi si doctor sa diabetes no wo ka ho asen no I am so many years ndi anka hwe bra pancreas na da yenya no yembo no punum yenkyere no so wo bibi ye because a pane na wo no sa eyase kyere wo emfa o pancreas no mu nya djuma etu pancreas na da ufri wo pane anase ufri fa diabetes yaduro o ho beto anka ato ebri bia me ka se yare a obetriti aburu wanyia na enko no pe ba bi foforofa na fufuo mpo udi a edo Dr. Amponza Maase no ebri bia me ka se wugimi di na wo ba mebowa wo enye gidie no na ebesa yare na mum believe se wo ba me ho a metumi abowa wo wo beduru ho wi a ugidi o unyini o mesa yare sa na metie obi si o doctor me de machine de me nyini ni enye ogidie na ebesa yare o Maase ho yemhia na omae bra na memwa wo na mensa yare we de enye asem a obema maka che obi wo se doctor me wo awo problem awo openta mienu miensa kro abewo bebre nim sa de wo yo eye so simple wunimu a obeka se o me asebo de menyini ugidi onyini o sa na tie ye woni ama bi wo ho a enka gidi asem because gidi no enye hwewom nya sure sese gidie na be ya ma anka sofo ba bewu because sofo ba gidi se nyankopon betuma agene ba so ne ba na wu sa na tie enti mesrew se wo ba hospital a enka bebre kasa ansem no o media machine ya menyini ni doctor mamiaduro nko a nya sa na tie mesrew wo hwe me ne na wo hia awo a bra na me mwa wo na me nya waduro na wawo kama afa ho no ba obi tie me no se doctor men so me wo BP moja aboroso o moja na aboroso anka kwalebu wo muhia bebre ke ba twibi na ho ato ye ka se moja aboroso na BP yare a ebia na wuntini no se BP no adeti abribia me ka se BP personal no buso doctor ne se BP no kura ne de na on kire oyiye ye ka se BP akosora ada se wakoma ayen laje se ye kolati akoma na BP no beba fom tie mi yiye ebia na wuntini mu asisi moja no mpompe yie ye kolati na BP no beba fom ebia na ekura ba wuntinim ana ma BP kwasoro ye kum kuro no ma wa BP no beba fom ebia na wo ye obi a wo yare bi te se diabetes ana ma BP kwasoro ye treat diabetes no ma wa BP no beba fom sa wo typhoid fever BP be kwasoro ye tu typhoid na BP no beba fom even malaria mpo etumu ma BP kwasoro wo treat malaria na BP no beba fom waya adwuma wabre keke mpo anase on reso ho sa ni panu mpo obi pitumu kosoro ye ma oda ereso ho a obi pitumu ba fom enoti BP nya yare adekura ade obi pi baaye no brane ye nso ovuma wo ye so ovuma wa uni BP biem sa na tie bebranim sa de no hwe kwan a fa so didi wan me kura wo se nam media mere what you say eti hwe wade diem na hwe enema bebre to ye no eye ankasa o eti besra mu ni diem sa wo yare Braspinters Coastal Junction uduru wa pe busatasi station na wo ho no say o ba Dr. Amponza Herbal Hospital magic machine no me say ya sande mienu abeka ho eti say mo ba mo be di line na yakasa o kina adechie bra no say ante sa biem oba ne ya ye be hwe onem wako eniti ana mesan kan asem we se wo hospital baabi na se obi ma waduru a oba se ho to ntam a bra magic machine so na wakofa waduru na ho to ntam we ya doctor na se we obi a wo show patient ne ho nto ntam a churo paper ma no mra na me hwe no ma wo me ya magic machine no ma no wi a na wa beto waduru no so ne ho beto no ama wagye ani munyam no eniti magic machine no eno no collect o blood cells no wo sciatica untini no eda wo sirem wo to ase e go down eye wo ye severe ye wo yare bi e friend osteoarthritis eno na deba sa wo sa pains we ya wo ba magic machine 20 minutes na pains ni nyina jai because entini no yare brana yen collect no na yen sa yare no more simple ekuro ena amana bam pains ni jaya na ya ma okura duro na ekọ na ho ato obi wo gout no ema wo nan so ya dendende ukotodwe ya friend gout bra na ya moa na every so o tie me a hwehwe ntem na me moa ya wo bibi ya friend kidney e wo ha wo chi side kakra uyam akire kakra no kidney no ensu abanum nyina ona de ya adwuma ma wo eri se utie me na hu so nansi ataitaya na o kidney no ena yare o kidney no na bibi ha no brana yen quality kidney no ntwe nsu e ko nansi nyina ma wo na ho nto obi wo yafuna hu no obra bo na yare bra na yen quality obra bo no ma wo na yafuru na hu no emfiri wo ma wo o ho hyehyew benen sensation ho hyehye wo bra eya 20 minutes wo maso ye ho ya the magic machine sini panso Mugabe just 20 minutes na ahohyehye no nyina jai obi wo se yato na duro yento waduro bra yato waduro kura Dr. Amponsa magic me yafiri wa ma yare no ya spiritual physical ni emhia no se obeba mame mo number no na so beti asemo a kakra bi oba frɛ 0243 eye WhatsApp esan ye calling number men kan nsem nyina wo ho be ka kire me na me hwe nso ma 0243 1108 75 0243 1108 75 ena stigo no so ya 027 85 99 611 027 85 99 611 Mugabe me da se bebre se wa ma me bre na me ne tiefo ne ahwefo nyina abon komo me da se wa ma me time na me chia tiefo so nyina na me shiro obi biara ode ne bre eche me
da Dr. Amponsa se be na ho simeti we mo na ya ba na ye de aka nyina so abeto aso kwa me kan ne o team Zenam ne eye dwumayefo amowo eye good board amotie nyina lawyer Sami Jamfi ene eye o team nyina kese enkoma mu nyina se mo office na mo enjoy show no ene ena Cedric also owo eye good board on Zenab kwa minka ene eye mo boss lawyer Sami Jamfi na ewie ye besi nkonya ye maame her excellency lawyer Zita Benson ewo ha ena Alessa Nelson so ewo ha ye ba sisi a ye ba be pense nsem nyina mu dia ma
Ghana-China Business Summit 2025. The Big Push. Labadi Beach Hotel. Monday, 23rd to Friday, 27th June 2025. Time 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. each day. Get ready for the most transformational business summit of the year. Organized by Sino Africa Group, Perfect World Company Limited, in collaboration with the Office of the President through the Chief of Staff. Theme: Synergizing Opportunities, Strengthening the Ghana-China Business Relationship. leadership and fostering a 24-hour economy. Why you can't miss this. Over 70 top Chinese investors and government officials in attendance. Government to business and business to business matchmaking sessions. Unparalleled investment and trade opportunities across key sectors. Keynote speakers include special guest of honor, His Excellency John Dramani Mahama, President of the Republic of Ghana. Other keynote speakers include Her Excellency Professor Jane Nana Opoku Ajiman, Vice President of the Republic of Ghana. Honorable Julius Deborah, Chairman for the Summit, Chief of Staff, Office of the President. His Excellency Tong Defa, Chinese Ambassador to Ghana. Honorable Dr. KCL Atu Forsen, Minister for Finance. Honorable Elizabeth Ofosu-Adjare, Minister for Trade. Honorable Haruna Idrisu, Minister for Education. Honorable John Jinapo, Minister for Energy. Honorable Eric Opoku, Minister for Agriculture. Honorable Emmanuel Ejekun, Minister for Special Initiatives. Dr. Tony Aubin, CEO, Petroleum Hub. Honorable Sylvester Mensah, CEO, Ghana Exim Bank. Mr. Farihan Al-Hassan, MD, GCB Bank. Professor Michael Besser White, CEO, SIGA. Mr. Chen Xiaowei, Chairman, Sino Africa Group. Mr. Dennis Anderson, CEO, Perfect World Limited. To register now, call 0303-960-584, 0599-774-044, or 0205-600-310. For more inquiries, email GhanaChinaBusinessSummit@gmail.com or visit www.GhanaChinaBusinessSummit.com. Limited spaces available. This summit is proudly supported by Office of the President, Chinese Embassy in Ghana, Ghana Embassy in Beijing. Media partners: Ghana China Business Summit 2025, the big push.
Lido, they're not Biana. I'm going to do a baby soon. Every time I just say, baby, shit. My gosh.
I'm saying so enough for maybe the
Sister who's pa? It's a winning gas.
I'm using the why. My wife.
Down Yankanawa.
Sister Coles. Use gas. Gas ye fast, ye easy, ye convenient. And
LPG, let me see your hand. Ooh,
Hi. Now let me tell you about Safari Valley Eco Resort, the first of its kind in West Africa. Upon your arrival, you are introduced to a butler who plans your itinerary.
We were surrounded by wildlife from the moment we entered the eco park.
So many activities, all in the same premises. Visit the gym or the stables, they have it all. At my break, I'm able to practice my putting.
We also went fishing on a man-made canal. Our tour guides taught us so much about the wildlife and how to interact with them.
They used only electric vehicles here. This creates a serene environment. I'm told it's over 1,000 acres. My cabin here sits on 2 acres with a large terrace space overlooking my private swimming pool. Now this is royalty. They have their own farms, thousands of fruit trees. I can also have my lunch here at the waterfall. Quite a beautiful place you have here.
Visit Safari Valley Eco Resort in Ghana, bringing you closer to nature.
Recovery Conference 2025, Accra, Ghana. Be renewed and empowered as you prepare.
Johnson Suleiman is my name. I'm coming to one of the most historic crusades in the city of Accra. I'm coming to Ghana. We're going to be at the Independence Square for 2 days of glory, 2 days of power. Please, as you see this information, share it on every platform you can in the nation of Ghana.
You are from a family of a praying woman.
Yes, please. My mother is a reverend minister.
Your mother is called Reverend Diana.
Yes, please.
You have somebody in Malaysia.
My brother.
I'm looking at you. I'm hearing Eunice.
I'm Eunice.
Be my guest as we move in the power of the Holy Spirit, hear the word of God, and invade the kingdom of hell and take back what the devil has stolen. The Recovery Conference come to Accra.
He was paralyzed for 3 years. From the
Look at him bouncing.
For 3 years, he had lumbar spondylosis. The spinal cord shifted. He could not bend down. He could not do this.
Look at him doing that now.
But now the power of God has healed him.
Look at him.
This is a miracle.
Look at him.
It's going to be great and powerful. We are believing God for a massive move of the Spirit of God. I'll see you in Ghana.
Date 24th and 25th June 2025. Time 8 a.m. and 4 p.m. daily. The venue is at the Independence Square. For inquiries and to be part of a local organizing committee, please call the following numbers. Grace awaits you.
As for me, I take very good care of my grandkids. Ye dear grow na yes edu maybe crana me bano timide or be gumi so weekend no. Hey, memre I don't think I'm catch you say ya no medi garlic capsules. Poso na ebesisi so kama. As I stand here, my doctor said my whole system has improved very well. Medi garlic capsules. Yes, Medi garlic capsules.
Mugabe Maase garlic capsules. Black mamoja dini paduani mu efusani ye na esiesie oba ne barima mahona wodin. Ubenya edoi bi ato omanyi mu pharmacy store frey wo 050-349-4885. Edoi enye mamofra enye ndi fie dumienu. Apemfo ene emma emanofo. Mugabe Maase ni how FDA ajije din kratui atu.
The serene environment fits into the goal of the school, which is simply to provide excellent educational foundation for your ward's development before they commence primary education. At first glance, clearly you will see why the school is called Hebron Hills International School, as the building stands tall overlooking town. With a Montessori style, we have experienced and dedicated staff and trained teachers. Our small sizes classrooms are meant to enhance teacher-focused approach where children get one-on-one attention from the teacher. Hello there. We are open at 7:30 a.m. and school closes at 2:30 p.m. After school care is from 4 p.m. to 6 p.m. while early drop-off can be arranged at 6 a.m. Hebron Hills International School is located at Midye off the N1 Road. Locate us with GP postcode GW0688 GA West and GPS code 06884870. You can contact the school and make further inquiries on 050-876-2375 or call the office directly on 0302-918768. Email us at hebronhills.school@gmail.com. Hebron Hills International School. Excel and shine.
Some are called about the Bat TVS was at an power 97.9 FM and a Juada Jumbo Sumene that also eduno miensa on film pimino and eduno inumu. Yemami Her Excellency Lawyer Zita Benson, former tourism minister, former information minister, and a former Ghana ambassador to Czech Republic. And okay, I'm a Vadia Canon too. And Chena or Sai Ebetuasu. Inti minim say Edea. Obako na your boy His Excellency John Dramani Mahama Basu na waye new appointment yenu no moko representing ewo amama hodo so list ni biaba UK nim Germany sunim Germany wom UK nim US nim ye two na mehwe hena ope It was the angels and be so watching them. Yuki, Madame to Yuki, and now US. Lamakari. Ambassador Victor Smith, Michelle. So on was Waku Yuki pay. Me oh, in an hour. Inti so I check paint to when you can. US and Soba and one Makwa.
Yeah,
Akodia.
Yamiado. Yeah,
Omoda see the do.
Oh. So they can't get over it. They can't get over it.
More opposition and I still are so malus.
Minti almost you. Didn't you minti almost and say, we are dear na failure. You need to sit back and reflect and think on how best you can make things better. But we mono omujina in crying anymore. And you're gonna say, Uja and crying moon na ututu. Exactly. Omujinem
maybe more.
It mean emide pa emide confusion emide omunke ka omo me who say almost call Congress January 20 early Congress 21st omoko picky flag bearer omoko picky opposition leader mean kind of flag bearer omo here opposition leader into omoko picky opposition leader
omo to me ka kwan
omo pentem say Mugabe nkofo no omo ye damage omo wie aye pa
don't be some kata name
enye some be some kata name so ska omo wie aye no they want to come back and continue the stealing. They can't imagine say they are no longer in power, they don't have access to government funds that they can continue to steal. Who share corruption at NDC ye buy ya exposing and the corruption ketwa corruption and stealing. We are not talking about Ghana cedi so Mugabe sky ye bubo millions of dollars are ye dey plates akoma IMF so muma iska sika omo ewia wo share from National Signals Bureau wo di share through National Cathedral to yenya COVID World Bank sika omo de ma yen sika no omo ewia pa it is not having access no omo ho e pray omo say omo beba back no is to continue the stealing. They didn't envisage
pandemic
no full say Ghana 4 would give them the opportunity to break the 8. No more continue. For me, break the 8. There was really no message in it. Mm-hmm. The message of break the 8 was just to continue the stealing. Until right now, they don't have the opportunity to continue the stealing. And they are in a hurry to come back. Nanka yako election January, December. Now January, a new government has taken over. Opposition party, by now you should be doing analysis to see where you went wrong to put things in place. Now, Musi Debi, ye call Congress, ako elected opposition leader. We are ready for whoever they bring. Hina nomode ba names coming up. Baumia. What new is Baumia bringing? Mm-hmm. He's not bringing anything new. Sisi Anamete say he may not be rich. Now he has rich ideas. My friend, go and sit somewhere. The reason why I'm saying go and sit somewhere is that this is the same Baumia who in 2016 he brought 170 questions that he had ideas. Brought 170 questions and then told Ghanaians that he was the economic messiah. Where did Baumia take the economy? Where did NDC take over the economy from? It was in total mess. Number one, our credit rating as a country had gone down. We had gone beyond it to the extent that we had been blacklisted. Mm-hmm. That the international monetary market should not give us any funding. We had been blacklisted. That's why Baumia took us. The dollar exchange rate, dollar to cedi, went as high as 17 cedis. And a kasano 10 cedis. What did I make an say? Petrol was about 16 cedis per liter, and the petrol 10 cedis. Bawumia made a mess after coming up with 17 questions. Made a mess, 170 questions, made a mess of the economy. Bawumia was in charge of our economy. And we've been in power 6 months. The mess that Bawumia created, we are now, His Excellency John Mahama and his team are now correcting that mess. It's omunye di no mon kotenase. Na yen to me and correcting mess no na Ghana for no, they are very happy. I've seen a few videos or omuka say even bag of rice, about price of bag of rice above form. Things are going well. Ghanaians don't need the MPP right now. We are investigating them to ensure say sika omwe they would pay back. We share second person and idia by Papa no education minister near Educhum. Look at the mess Educhum created with our education system. In a situation where our children would go to school for 2 weeks. And also say already president. They would go to school for 2 weeks and come home for five months. Our children will go to school for 2 weeks and come home for 5 months. He created the red, gold, green system where the children would come and stay. They'll come and stay home for so long with no education. And at the end of their year, the term, they would buy a Pasco for them. They spent over $35 million to buy Pasco for students. It was done under Educhum. The mass set that we are investigating was done under Educhum and Napo. So someone like Education Minister Educhum. Someone like Educhum, he messed our education, and you want to carry the whole country, different sectors of the economy, and put in his hand. I mean, you can imagine what he will do with the economy if you give him that chance. Who is the next person? Brian Echiampong. Was it not Brian Echiampong that tried to sell state hotels, La Palm, Golden Beaches Hotel, and all hotels that state had interest in, shares in? Had it not been for the good people of Ghana who stood up against Brian Echiampong, Brian Echiampong would have been owning our state hotels by now. He would have taken it for himself. Brian Echiampong was a Greek minister. Yet he was going to buy our state hotels for himself. He was taking it for himself. He wasn't going to buy. They were stealing it. So if you bring someone like Brian Echiampong, when he was a Greek minister, he was trying to steal our state hotels. Then you should know that the country is in trouble. The fourth one, I think, is Ken. Dukadaya, they are all the same. Ken under MPP, I think Ken was given a $1 billion. I'm not sure about the amount, but it ranges about $1 billion to provide street lights for the country. Was it delivered? No. The country was dark. There were no street lights. So if you are wondering why there were no street lights during MPP time, it was because the contract had been given to Ken and they didn't deliver. So all of them, they are not clean. Bawumia says he's visionary. Visionary what? Visionary, a visionary man who made the people suffer for 8 years because his economic policies were so bogus.
It is possible.
It is possible for him to remain in opposition. He should remain in power. That's whether it is possible is. He should remain in opposition. Me, I'm enjoying the infighting. They should continue. They are hitting at each other. But you see, the way they are going about their primaries right now tells me the kind of people that MPP they are. Because, like I said earlier on, you just came out of an election. You haven't sat down to do a reflection to see what went wrong. Yet you are going into an election to elect a flag bearer. I am happy about it. I'll tell you why I'm happy about it. Because they are taking the up to bottom down approach instead of the down to bottom up. So it means that the people who voted for Bawumia to be flag bearer are the same ones going to vote for Bawumia to be flag bearer, which is good. We want Bawumia to come back. So if Bawumia comes back, the same delegates are the ones going to vote for him. So they don't want the bottom up approach because they know that if they elect branch executives, they elect constituency executives, and they elect regional and national executives, the delegates will change, and they may not have people they may have more sensible people, new sensible people to vote for a candidate. So they don't want that. They want to use the same delegates that voted for Bawumia so that Bawumia would become the flag bearer or opposition leader, as you would call it, as you would call it. And Bawumia, we have seen through him. Whatever way they want to use to bring him in January, we are ready for him. In fact, like I have done the analysis, all of them, Yensrobia, NDC is an institution. Whether John Mahama has one term, when he finishes, there are competent people in the NDC who would lead the party. It doesn't matter whether the person is known or not known. What matters is that NDC leaves a legacy. And John Mahama's legacy, the way he has started, is very strong. And I'm praying that we continue that way. So that the legacy that we would leave, whichever candidate comes, whether he's known or not known, Ghanaians would prefer that candidate leading the NDC to a thief or to someone who says he has vision, Bawumia, but really when he's given the mandate has no vision. He takes the whole country down into the drain. Or someone, Brian Champon, who would attempt to sell our state assets to his company, to himself. Or someone where would give them a contract to provide us with street lights. And he takes it and doesn't provide the street lights. And people end up having accidents on the motorway and on our streets. Because when the road is dark, you end up having accidents. So, of course, they can go in January. We don't care who they bring. NDC is focused. NDC is focused on delivering. And at the end of the 4 years, our work would speak for us. I saw someone, I read someone, one of them said they are going to campaign on the legacy of Akufo-Addo. So when you've forgotten that it was the same legacy of Akufo-Addo that has taken you into opposition. My advice to you as a sister, go and sit down and reflect and see the evil you did to Ghanaians, the evil, the hardship you made Ghanaians go through. And come back and apologize. Instead of fighting amongst yourself for power, you are only fighting amongst yourself for power because you are in a hurry to come back and steal. The money is no longer coming. You are unable to steal. So you are looking for a means to come back to steal massively again. We are not going to sit down and watch you come back and steal. So relax, stay in opposition, enjoy opposition. Because after 2028... I'm not done. After 2028, we'll have a new candidate. That candidate is coming for 2 terms. And we will show you that one is possible. Not the kind of you, it is possible. Because it will be possible through our legacy and through our hard work.
Very well, Madam Excellency, Benson, live on TVSYZ and also on Power 97.9. I'm like I said, Command Medimosis Clinic and Herbal Center, Leaf Kit Capsules also from Medimosis, S Natural Mineral Water, Dome Survey and General Construction, Power Specialist about Hospital, Victory Garlic Mesa, and Safari Valley Incorporated, Vast like I said, so Emma, Hebron Hills International School, Madam Romacamo, and the Digimedia everywhere. Alessa Johnny in the studio. Alessa,
yeah, Mugabe Maase, divine selection fire day. Oh, Mrs. Tansu, who I fed in the outfit, no, and easy, and I won't so in Yasam Ketua. It's a man in a blush. Ose, and honorable, so not Tadiano. I like orange colors, so I'm attracted to her birthday mood. Oh yeah. No, she's on the 5th floor. Allow her to flow, please. Mugabe, now Nanka boxing assembly, I can be kebi, but my mantem, and baby all day MPP assembly, wakani nyina, and some mekanyina, wakani nyina. Now the president can be kitwe say she alluded to it. Say they are trying to use the up down approach. The idea is that they want those people who are there now to elect Bawumia. But me too, I'm leading a movement to make sure the MPP brings Bawumia back.
I like it.
Yes, I'll lead that movement. We have to floor him again and teach him a lesson in national politics. Oh, you think we are kids? Let them look, Mugabe. Yo, Mati.
Another J. Besamba.
Yo, say we are prophetic.
A baby 2028.
Yeah.
The Obesaba no su J come.
What they say we are there. One there now come.
Say John Dramani. Mebo. Another JD Besaba. Market today. Tiasuma make an alisa. Me say John Dramani Mama say JD. After John Mama, you better send another JD.
Inshallah.
Come shehene.
Another bay. Another bay. Mon chanto.
23rd.
I'm starting share. And then Monday 23rd June 2025. Me say John Dramani Mama ni JD. John Dramani.
Wow, ex near come on.
Another JD Ebesamba after John Mama.
That's it.
Full swing.
Angels na kase wonyeme.
Santi no my idea meeting on. And Mugabe, baby, no, they should bring Baumia. We don't care. And Mwankasano, you are a tiny minority where you are. The Ghanaians don't want to listen to you. It's just that the NDC don't want to bluff with their weight of 2/3 in the streets and in our homes. And so that tiny minority that you are, and you are not as wise as the no, you even they're tiny, even micro. They are tiny micro minority, and don't listen, don't learn anything. And look at how they have gone to decide to reorganize themselves, even in opposition. You see, so this is the illogic of the party that claims is democratic. You see, Mugabe, how can you be so what the common sense? Yeah. So you lack common sense in this decision. You lack logic in trying to use what be down no cry nebusa for alleged so they want to put the cat before the horse. Person board down so and send on to foundation. Let's promote Baumia to come so that will floor him finally. This time he'll get 3.8%. 3.8, but they are fighting. They move. Say move 38. The move is at 3.8. Is that the MPP with you?
And then this is your focus.
Yes, we must be focused and we must be united, and we all must go in one direction. When the bell rings, we must all be in line to support. Yeah. That one there, it must be there. Yes, rally behind whoever. Yeah, who Mugabe. Because last week, the boxers.
Let me give you 5 minutes.
Yes, and yes. And American baby, I don't free by me in Crawford. I won't think I can say me better on them. What I say, my big bukum baku. Oh, Debbie, maybe some question here. The Mugabe, share boxing as we see it is a fortune on its own. And let no one deceive you. Nimoja, and yes, and I don't sit here for nothing. And because you mentioned his name,
one family.
Yes, the story of Azuma is one of a journey from under the table. Clearly, listen to me. I'm saying the story of Azuma Nelson is one of a journey from under the table. This weekend, I was reading a book by Reverend Wilfred Stephen Atta, The Journey from Under the Table, and I saw Azuma's name. So I began to reflect, because when he started, out of nothing, Azuma, no Otri Kube, no Tom. Ask you, I'm a family member, I'll say it, because we must write his story in gold. How he was even determined to overcome the impediments of the time. Yes, not Tom Kube, Pierre Kube, Trok Mouton. You ask those who knew him. So he was strong. So they will take him. We are cousins. We are a Tabon family. We are the Nelsons, the Kofis.
That's why you are Alessa Nelson.
Yes, that's why I'm Tyro. His Tabon name is Azuma. I have a senior brother who is also Azuma. There's Aruna, there's Idrisu, there's Abdullah. They are all there inside there. So Mugabe, it didn't just start. Obreye. Then how he even got close to state institutions like the prison's boxing gym, like the Ghana Armed Forces boxing gym. How J.J. Rawlings recognized him and picked him to go and fight in Pakistan to beat a certain boxer who was beating Ghanaian soldiers who went on a boxing. You know, they used to go on peacekeeping, and when they go, they used to fight boxing. And there was an American boxer who beat the Ghanaians. So they took Azuma to go and beat that guy there in Pakistan when J.J. Rawlings was head of the boxing team of the Ghana Armed Forces. You can check, you can find out. So then he came to the Olympics, Edmonton Games, 1978, and won gold. Then the story started. Then they took him to go and face the almighty Salvador Sanchez and he lost in the 15th round. You just go back and look at the fight.
15th?
In the 15th round, yes, he was knocked out, a technical knockout in the 15th round. At the time, he used to travel more than 12 rounds. So in the first round, you see Azuma's prowess. That this local guy from Accra, who is he? He fought the guy. The guy was strong. He'll give you an uppercut and send you home. Even the people who were there before he saw them, he beat them flat. But Azuma fought him. Then in the 7th round, something unexpected happened. Azuma, trying to attack him, he came up with an unexpected blow that sent Azuma to the ground. And Azuma staggered to the ground. But look at this. We thought that was going to be the end of the fight. When Azuma woke up, he demonstrated who he was. It was no wonder that when Salvador Sanchez died, yes, Azuma took up the challenge and fought Azabache, what's his name? Gomez, Wilfredo Gomez in 1984. Yes, the fight, they were trying to dodge Azuma and other things. And when Gomez came up with Azuma, he had also been beaten by Salvador Sanchez in the 7th round. But Azuma survived the 15th round with Sanchez. So Azuma had a clue to fight him. He had watched his fight. He knew how to. Yes, Gomez. Gomez was a strong guy. He was up. He had to reduce his weight to come and face Azuma. And like I told you, Adi Ebesi, it's like a journey from under the table, out of nothing. Go and see where Azuma started training from. Go and see what he went through. Self-discipline, physical discipline. Then his church, the Apostles Revelations Church, how they spiritually supported him throughout the journey. And what he made of the success. I can tell you that boxing kept us together under the revolution when J.J. Rollins was in power. Yes, many people did not know that it was J.J. Rollins who propped Azuma up in private to go on fighting. Yes, he used to visit him to train and other things to encourage him. D.F. Annan. I remember his fight in Las Vegas with Jeff Fenech. They said he shouldn't go. Everybody said, oh, they want to take the fight away from you. So the fight was going to, it's a second one in Las Vegas. The first one had been a draw, and your man was shouting. Fenech was making noise that he had won the fight and other things. So they brought it to Australia. Yeah. Yes, Azuma told everybody in full glare that he was going with his own referee. Charlie, everybody was afraid, but this was his referee. He went in the first round, he smashed the guy to the ground. Then the second round, he did the same. The third round, the guy came fighting back with his knee.
On his home soil.
Yeah, on his own in Australia. It was raining. He could do anything to push Azuma down, like he did in Las Vegas, trying to use karate to get Azuma. This time the blows were singing. Then he came himself, trapped himself in the 8th round, trying to corner Azuma. And Azuma turned him inside out. The rest is history. Just the second jab and he was down. The whole Australia, everybody was watching. So Azuma went there to his bedroom.
That was in Melbourne, right?
Yes, Melbourne, in Australia. His own bedroom to beat him. And like I told you, if we are to replicate Azuma's story, then we must get good promoters like Sharaf Mahama. Azuma was supported by a group of people, Setasa, Kema, Carpet Center, and a group of people who put their money to Donkin. Yes, that was his international partner. Yeah. So locally, you need to get your things right. Get your boxer correct. Let him be disciplined. Let him be committed towards the sport.
A FIFA agent.
Yes, that's what I'm saying. And I'm saying that Sharaf is somebody we must protect. He has seen the light in the boxing field. Huge sums of money, millions of dollars. And when it comes to boxing, you can talk about 60s. Nkrumah brought Ali here. Why? You can check the Clutche Robertsons were fighting and Ghana's name was going on. In the 70s, we had DK Poison. We used him a lot. When he became world champion, he had Nisika. His foreign component of the money. That's what we used to buy Dansuman. The foreign component to build Dansuman and Kwadasu. Yes, we needed foreign material. We didn't have the foreign exchange. We used the boxing money, DK Poison. So we say we'll pay him at a later date and pay him stipends and give him somewhere to sleep in Nungwa. Nungwa was built by a champon so that you were in a car to be able to go around. So they didn't pay the lump sum to him. Then in the 80s, we had Azuma. When he goes to fight and comes and his money drops in the Bank of Ghana, huge sums of money. He used to cushion the city. Ask anybody. Yes. Ask anybody. So, and then you have Ikotes who also came up later, Agbeko and Joshua Clotte and then Dogbe. You understand? We must raise world champions. You can see a 13-year-old boy. I'm sure you met him at the demonstration fight. That guy must be mentored into a world champion. We must sit with the Cubans and bring them in. We must get the Filipino trainers to come in and support our boxing. And the state must have a deliberate policy. Businessmen, KGL. I saw KGL support Sharaf to support the promotion he did. Check your facts. Check your facts, Mugabe. KGL, yes. KGL, check your facts, Mugabe.
So supporting Sharaf doesn't mean say
No, I'm saying that
the money is making at the end of every.
Please, that story will come to it.
Also,
yes, that is why
if it must be done.
It must be done well. Mugabe, as for the KGL thing, me and you will talk about it here. Let's find time. We'll talk about it, and you will see there are two sides of a coin. When you listen,
they should investigate.
Please, so you let me finish with my
you with the box.
Yeah, so so Mugabe, Sharaf is on the right path. Nobody should let anybody confuse him. That journalist, I don't want to mention his name. You like glorifying him by mentioning his name. He does not understand what is going on, and he's not coming to terms with the fortunes in the boxing industry. In America, there's one person. They sat here and mentioned his name. What's his name? Very strong guy, beats everybody. Oh, Charlie, somebody help me with his name. Mayweather, $1 million guy. $1 million guy. Look at the jobs he has created. You know the jobs boxing creates. You know the trainers, the amounts of money they get. Those who, even the boys, the Goro boys around the boxing, the Glove boys, those people. Do you know how much money they earn? The trainers at the ringside, the Mazoes. You know, it creates jobs. Those business promoters who put their money to it. When there's a boxing event, look at the vendoring that goes on, from food to whatever you want to buy. So please, let's support boxing as a nation. Let's have a deliberate support as a nation. Where is the Ghana Boxing Authority, Mugabe? Nigeria ni wuye me kama money who promoter now go far ne buy no na e Canada so GBA on this car. I'm telling you.
$3,000.
We see GBA no so on this car didn't efuniko. Me catch the promoter no, I have his contact. I've been talking to him. Look, let's get together. Some me promoter now make Ghana MCC. Opeso the international fight Eko Kumasi. Na something he better will no share. Opeso the international fight, but he needs to get people together. Into Sharaf Abeye na mo kan ho asemwa. Who will put his money to boxing? Why? What is the envy of the first family? No, Mugabe, let me address this one simple. Mugabe,
so the phone nam. It is so Korea. Na se o pese oba na ono defend wa na just na just who this can ba
Mugabe
a 50-50 chimpe.
Mugabe, what is the envy of any first family in this country? I always ask, especially say NDC for power. Omo to be tired penning for a time. Look at Professor Mills. Look at the amount of hatred they put at his doorstep. What? And they hate his son. They hate the wife. Look at the wife. Look at her demeanor. Oh, can some funny power? Look at my Lordina. Oh, we are say oh mommy and your sister. Umpe. Me any doormat. Ma found Nancy Misukeke. Umpe. What? Wow, it's and this thing, it must be encouraged rather than shutting the young man up. We have many young men like Sharaf who have money but have decided that they will not put one city to anything because a man who do sika bape no time work up brain now wouldn't yes now when you sika now person the boy man
that was NPP time
enti obi ebaya obenya sika no ko to atopre okope ma oh ma be 20
one man
one wife. That's my principle. All women out there who are struggling and then who don't have husbands, they should always raise their head that they should look for just one man and stay by. It's Mugabe. I was happy. Bukom Banku and Aite Powers when they fought. Look at everybody went to the stadium. Even a local fight, the person who promoted it, go and ask him the amount of money he raised from them.
The coach.
Yes, I'm telling you. Then you have Techi, the young man who's an Olympic medalist now. Yes, he should be encouraged. Look. Azuma's style is unique, or it was unique, and I'm saying if Azuma writes his story, it will be a blockbuster. But you see stories on web and Ghana Web and other things. But I'm saying if Azuma's story comes out, I want to sit and help write the story. I remember his fights vividly in my face because my heart followed him. Especially especially against Jeff Fenech in Las Vegas. I never felt happy throughout the match. I never felt happy. Yes, it was hot and he looked sick. This was not Azuma we knew.
No,
yes, Charlie, I felt it. But Charlie, we waded through. We got a draw against the guy's resistance. And then he asked us for a rematch in his home village. We beat him to it. So that's why I told you, this is a journey from under the table. That's Azuma. And we can create more journeys from under the table. Look at that. Oh yes, I'm going to do baby.
And no baby. Yes,
and say do it.
What is it?
Yeah. Can I add a little? You can add a lot.
Unfortunately, it looks like our society is becoming more of obi adia ebebo na baso no.
Yes,
na yes no. me hu mpanyinfoɔ wɔ krom ha East Legon executive club for almost capi and then I may be some madam for be say it's our club no apart from so omo kono monsa na kwala girls di omechi na omo de omo pot belly no
say it fifth floor say it
Mugabe mom ka teme maminka Mugabe ka East Legon executive clubs almost kapa and then me who say Ibrahim God bless you me who story be I say onu na otua concrete ni nyina law school IAC no onu na otua concrete ni ewo Legon kwano so da bi aje kemba
okay. We should take one to KJT and take one to Kotokraba.
Please, we are leaving the markets.
No, take it to the market. Don't leave the market entirely.
Let me finish my point. So, there are rich people in this country. Ibrahim is doing his part. The other ones, they like to be seen. Or I thought Tesla, now blogger Dinechi, they will show, giving the young people unnecessary pressure. We don't see them putting. I mean, it's their money. Nobody tells me what
special.
Yeah, nobody tells me what I do with my money. I'm not going to tell them what to do with their money. But the reason why I mentioned their name is that this is a young man, Sharaf, coming up. And he doesn't need their help. He has his own brain. He has his own vision. He has his own will. Who to me, don't pull him down. Yeah. If you can't help Sharaf, shut up. It's as simple as that. This is a young man. You see, in our generation, generation,
international footballer.
But Mugabe, generation, we didn't get that help. Our generation, we were and so. Yebeka say want to mean kasa on penyinfo mu you the project where would they go catch on my micro say opese we boxing promoter yebeka say abodam. But the young ones coming, they are full of vision. Yeah. And as a parent, nipa na who condemn me Sharaf no bompai say ube ba obe to say Sharaf. Na me my advice to you is that uba na oye to say Sharaf no vision no ba unchenya. Support that child. Don't make beside say na sika me ko fa we. Look, that program that went on in Bukom was sponsored. Sharaf doesn't even need to take one CD out of his pocket to do it.
It's a good promoter.
Go if you see as a journalist. Me kasa by heart. As a journalist, before I will be one now akasano, you have to have credibility. Where does the credibility comes from? The credibility comes when you do your investigation. Until before you rashedly came on air to say compare Sharaf to Jankoma. To say ehina
no one sponsor so
ehina Mugabe mami ehina Sharaf nyani sikano. As a journalist na expected say who maybe say companies being a sponsor no. I saw the flyer. There were so many companies that were sponsoring him. So in the end Nupono Sharaf will even make money
out of
it. And Ankamino, my advice is that you can learn from Sharaf. We can learn from him. Who need vision now? Who will be our vision? You can follow in their footsteps.
The better.
Ebia kitchen. Ebia.
Say again.
No. Say again. Ebia. Kitchen blogging no. Ebia kitchen blogging no. And first come back. Sharaf so enye kitchen blogging opesoye boxing. Yeah. That boy was in a European club. If I'm right. Yeah. He's a very hard worker. Obia Sharaf you be poor and can papa nim no mami wo sika. Madam Lodina me eniba o. Papa ne. I'm very proud that she's my mother. Yeah. Enti Sharaf ye minua. Aha. O minua ketwa. Enti
no brand ho so.
Enti Obi a Sharafa, considering say any papa a former president, and not a former president that time, but he was still working. MP. Now he's president. But this young man, now I'll come to the point where whoever tried to bring Sharaf down did analysis or they compared Jankuma. Come on, the two cannot be compared.
Never.
Sharaf, dear no Uncle Ria Obiasika. And the
government appointment.
Jakuma was given a contract to paint our underbridges. All the paint you see under Akwaje underbridge, the Tekwashi underbridge, all those ones were given to Jankuma. Now who as a blogger and Kasa also contrary with the amount now when they be. Apart from that, was it not Jankuma who was given $37 million of our money to supply spare parts for ambulance? Was it not Jankuma? Has Sharaf been given $37 million of our money? So you cannot compare the two. Comparable. It is, you cannot do it. Jankuma, apart from $37 million now, Jankuma J or Ministry of Finance supply spare parts for ambulances and break it down. Ambulances apparently it was imported through them. The COVID money that was taken from the airport was taken by a Nigerian who is affiliated to them. So they make so much money. So it will be, excuse me to say, stupid
to compare
oranges with compare and bring down a young man who is trying to make life for him. It's Ghanaians. All I will say is that when you see young people, and look, apart from that, his uncle, ultimately, I said $300,000 plus. Ibrahim, remember? Wakotia concrete. Ni nyina edisi law school wakotia. Now, ofu say ni bano. Sharaf enyam wa untumi ye. But you see, I don't want to base Sharaf's success on his uncle. Yes. Because the boy is an individual and he's independently striving on his own to make it. So I'm not going to attribute his success to his uncle. Not at all. When he is successful, it is Sharaf who is successful. It is not anybody. Let us encourage him instead of trying to pull people down. The beauty of the program, me, I'm not a sports person. I don't even know anything about it. But the beauty of what Sharaf did, as Ghanaians, as journalists who had the power of the mic, what you should have done was to make sure that you project Sharaf to go on to international market. But what you rather did in our country was to pull him down. Come on. Stop ailing the young man. Get out of the kitchen studio and go make a life for yourself and stop envying young people coming up. Thank you.
Mugabe, we are friend Shania. Tano better. Shania. Ose. Savannah Valley Resort at all Macamote chain or boy Jumedi about wildlife experience here. Omoya second to none. Be Ajuma to me say Omoya number one. About Bahasi and Tassa Tim Penifuma no yin from about you see. Yes, we did I'm gonna no a bipua jam agona a afomanso ana se bedomase ana hefa eno de hene if you be mu e wa agona. When you talk about kuna hene na naja yamfi kumene no yemi junior ewo school na odi mechi tu. So when you talk about agona, if you na metim wo soame na jamase konko hene ni fie lawyer Kwame to ahene ya owo national road safety asoye ne papa nua jamase no free nti fia na metim no SD fo nko agona bepua afomanso bedomase nti me say here agona afie be mu no di hene no ene de be hene ni wodie timpani fo ma na uyin frama bone so ye hene fuisa oni mi amami na ko baba bebe kwa afa mesi wudnem from abone so o shia me chale o tulika ekudane ewiabo from abone
odigo be ex
unya ne sa wo yemi nua keto anaso won do say you two for them na wanti a e be ka wasem abonten ka panyi de ka wo tenkwalem na wo yim frama bone a panyi su nyim frama bone sa on de o masa yefunu nye Savari Valley Resort adawro maka won na tech ready dwumadie ebrewo omudi omudwumadie na kama 7 days nyina wona otwene mo ye adwuma na ba wildlife experience ho na obetima nya nyina wudo aso a ene jata sebo antelopes ni zebra so moko no mo ba no moko family ni free outside maba bedru Ghana for moko no moko enjoy environment once you very very conducive aduane papa local and continental dishes nyina mo serve bi elho from 0596914394 059 0969914394 omo dewu ewo Eastern region udu wa swimming pool papa ene gym bibia eden ewo asoye ho Victory garlic mix free Dr. Mwako sebra na asoye ho na wunya Victory garlic mix bi na oboba ebo ye papa ene menu akamaru ofi yi ba ye enu ana one ne yere enum ene immigration ma enu anu one ne yere enum atenka onfani agrokura kwa menetena enu anu mobo utumi nsu bua ma otimi didi yi obi e wonu ato aduane enno ko breni beka se loss of appetite wunya Victory garlic mix ani bia wonu ma ebabuo yi papa udaso no kopebi ubwa pharmacy shop ne heba shop bia ma obenya bi ato asari ewo Kingsby roundabout one ne yere obapa adwo ase mugana waji mafim meso Victory minum bi papa Sunday nso onu nso bubu bi pibi nanom se de betimi asese ni pedua no 0201293280 0201293280 and 0242545633 0242545633 ofra yebejo so Power Specialist Eba Hospital and free yema me adu ya wode hepatitis A B C D N E hodru abaye pa fatty liver ana sciatica prostate mema no onum pene be na attachment ulcer na say component sumnim mba no fibroid ni nyina no akwanche ho beboa wa are no ni nyina obeyi afiri ho edi amon we akira kwan watakrade ya wanaje estate ye be anaje MA primary school no sanso na kanso ye kwabenya poku ase bi kwantempo so na kumase wo fe yase legbos no twekwan so wo aputuja continence kwan so ene jazbo filling station no na edi enhwani mu fe ye maami adu ya no ne ntwetwenkomo 0244544422 0244544422 Adom survey and general construction wamuna every eba land survey engineering survey architectural designs ni general construction wamu ye number 1 wamu wo dodowa Odumasi wamu ben Christian High School International na wamu sa wansa asiri meso ewa denta na wamu sa ase wo dodowa no de ene umatete bo no so kra ba from 50,000 when you was ase 70 by 100 documents ni so bia e kama miama collance akwa me checks into me di ho adanse ediamon me can now for pen no paper now train number 10 times answer no amafo gia na je omo ye warehouse any omo the estate to mika nya wo de wo kwan wo pe na so fie afro we say landlady and say landlord na enzeni wo se wutua kadia paying crano 500 million 50,000 Ghana maybe a person mama 1 year no more spread the amount nitimi fetu ewia obetu 60,600 million no more person ye more 6 months ne fetu a ni nyina ewia about 550 million which is 55,000 a year old Ghana cedis 55,000 a year Ghana cedis and old no see 550 million for pen actually number C 055 439 7831 055 439 7831 and 020 378 8842 and 055 439 7831 and your WhatsApp ofroma homo ebejo so es natural menua watansu ni di bibiri aba Brata 37 BBC Street here, the heart of Accra Usu. Uba Mr. Robert Oho. Dudu bia opebia no. Unsabi to me akanse utu akoton utoba kumienu miensa inyina no benyebi. Fre 059 627 3546 059 627 3546 Clifford Mo Ebejo so. Live Kit Capsules. Live Kit Capsules. Live Kit Capsules see a yedupa Medimosis Clinic and Eba Center. Omo na dia bedwa so. Eboa digestion ye papa wedidi awie no etumi ma digestion take place tentem esan hanse eye metabolism ene san boa obi ontumi nya ne nan wonya sa live kit capsules no bia mpanifonom emanum ememanum wonya 12 years kwa obetimi anum bi na wonuma eboa ni pedua ni ye papa esan eboa support eye liver function no nti kopebi nenum pharmacy shop eba shop ya urama so per live kit capsules ye free medimosis aso ye 0244 068447 0244 068447 ofra ebejo so medimosis clinic and eba center na so ye ne medui ono sebra obi a agya mogya ntimi ni nipadua no mafrisa ne yie blood circulation wɔse wɔde medimosis medical capsules abɛdwa so medical capsules no ɛfiri medimosis so yɛ wonya bi na ɔnom a ɛbɛboɔ yie papaapa sesi nipadua no ama agya mogya timi de nipadua no afrisa ne yie ɛde ama wo prostate na tete wɔ mmarima no sexual weakness mmarima no sexual weakness me yɛmfa me kyiri ɛne yɛmfa Alice and so mfikyiri bɛma deɛ ɔsɛ wotumi fire male and female infertility hypertension, diabetes, sciatica, typhoid fever, malaria, stroke, any dental problems in ano. Or the Kodan Medimosis Clinic and Eba Center, Obebo. Or dental barrier, when a police station in a doing anymore. Or AESL building inside the Ghana Highway Authority at our crime ministries. A Jacojo or any school for the deaf in the doing anymore and a Kumase, Hinema Kokobain. I want to be one of her. Phone 0244 068447 0244 068447. Hebron is International School, our media of the Nsawam Road, Mobile Media Presbyterian, a year church. No. Would we any extra while Obano 3 months and question Finum into Tia Papa and the Bemano Montezori into Tiemu or a year will be away Jumo ministries and answer were buying Jume Diabimu. Maybe I will say, no more Yansha, I'll be to me about Frana Bantem. By 5:30 a.m. we do our mobile journal 6 a.m. mobile journal what may be traffic and walk over Juma obey numerate 10 bia person obefa obani bia share ho baby bia kama obi eni wa wode ne ba aba Hebron Hills International School wa be complaining with school that sa cheche for no experience e wo mofra no so on betre pa lower and upper primary so admission go so e koso September ya e ben so no o mo be strategy HS admission bia de dan kwam kama Hebron Hills International School say excel and shine. Alisa, you move on after yen other issues. Yeah, that simply so and a new appointment. Yeah, Abba, Germany, Spain, and then Kika home, and then affairs. Ambassador head, my chance in Fin or Saja. Yeah, who US, yeah, who you consume. Another by second lesson. Man, who US, man, who UK. My man called Madame Excellency. I mean, then on was our appointment. I don't know. Alista, what's it called? Because she you know what I'm yes, you know what you bring to the nation. So it's a practical person. That I Iran, Israel, lawyer digital Kasa and a minister of energy, so almost spokesperson, so Abekasa say no cause for alarm. You will be a reservoir and a mother than so far. We can obiliki ambassadors list. APA. Oh. God, so we are leaky. We are leaky. But I'm happy. It's the same list. Nothing has changed. I mean, it's the same list. It's the same list that was leaked the first time. Germany and Nazis. Germany, no, sana Sampiale was so, and we is the same list, but yeah, this one, yeah, Benjamin Kwashi, very good choice. Oh yes, or boy in this nipa, I'm not South Africa. Okay. I may be wrong. It's not Bapa party. Of course, South Africa. And I think that he already knows the terrain. Okay. He already knows the terrain. It's a good choice. Kojo Monsu saying how well experienced he is. He's going to China. We have a lot of trade with China. Kojo Monsu and his background as a business person, we saw what he did as a mayor. When he was in Kumasi, and I believe that he would bring a lot of investment and business to Ghana. It's also a good choice. Me and Kasame sister Kalsum, you know, very, very proud of her. Is it Tony Bafu wife? Very proud of her. Congratulations, my beautiful sister Kalsum. I'm proud of you. I know you would work very hard in Spain. She's also very, very hard working. Yes, she has a master's in international diplomacy, international relations, and she's also very fit for the job. Husband is also very good. Yes, she's very fit for the job. Honorable Captain George Infojo is going to Togo. Madam for Tunde Ali or UAE. Yeah, into the list there. Professor Kwesi Obridan so is replacing and then Namwale is going to Brazil. Namwale MP Deputy Minister
So the list is like experienced people, way experienced people. It's not the usual that we see. This is full of experience and qualified people. Obia, and yeah, baby mama issue. Obia is well qualified, and I have faith in them. I know that we would work together to do what is best in the interest of John Mahame's vision of resetting and moving the country forward. And congratulations to all of them.
Good. Where are you going? I didn't see your name.
No, my name is in the first list. This is the second list.
So there's a first list already.
You didn't hear from me.
So my name is in the first list. I've been about 5 for the whole Ghana.
Suitcase,
Czech Republic. I don't even know Ghana.
I know a lot.
And I will free one.
A lot of people were assuming I was going to go to Czech, but after I've been checked before, so I don't know why people were assuming that. And then
so you know where you are going.
And then somebody also leaked some 2 weeks ago on a plain paper said I was going to Germany. That was very funny because I knew who was going to Germany. I'm not going to Germany, but people believed it. That list was on a plain paper. But it tells you how gullible people are. A paper comes on a plain paper. I told me didn't say me call Germany, and then people start congratulating me. I'm like, no, that paper is not legit.
You know where you are going.
The outfit tells me something. I know where you are going. God, I wish you all the best.
Thank you.
And I want to see. Send it to me. Let me read it in my room.
Number 13, Belgrave Square.
Only my address, no. Suitcase, no information. Gareno shit on the put me there. I can do a lot from there. Ajay Mugabe. But Mugabe is an interesting list. Captain Fojo, is it the old man? The old one, yeah. He's going to Togo. We need somebody on our hand, somebody who has
a security background.
Yes, yeah. It comes to Togo, it comes to, and I don't know who's going to Burkina Faso. Didn't see Burkina Faso.
Mostly they take people with military background.
And I saw South Africa. I was impressed by Ben Kwashi. Then Kojo Bonso, of course. I mean, he has a lot of ideas. China is a big trading country, like you said. So, and we wish him all the best. He has ways and means. He has worked with Adidas before. He knows what investments are. He knows what business is. And then these language exchanges that are coming as you people travel out. For instance, the Germans, they have opened their doors to us for development. If you learn their language, you will get a free scholarship to learn as a trades person in their system. You learn to operate machines, but you have to go through their language studies system here and pass well before you are taking. You can be nannies.
It's not just Germany. Even in Czech Republic, if you are able to speak the language, you attend school for free. I mean, literally free. But you have to. Then you have to take tuition in their language. But apart from that, if you want to take it in English, you pay something. But the fee is minimal. It's not that expensive.
So there are a lot of advantages that they come with going, and they must do hard work. I hear they will put KPIs to check your performance and other things, and you must be up to the task. I know, the list I've seen, that anybody JM appoints or JM gives opportunity to, there's something unique about the person.
On your appointment, yes.
You go back behind the scenes and you see that these people have really the experience that they need to take. They need to go and build bridges, make sure that they sustain those relationships that we have and deepen them, yes, and then make them even more attractive for those nations to invest and believe in us, in what we do here. Then they should act as conduits for grants, more support, money that will come in that will not ask for interest, money that will come in that will go and change countryside, sister city relationships. We must be able to help our communities. Me, if I sit here right now, I'll be able to tell you there are about 4 or 5 villages that we can do sister or community relationship with advanced countries, because there's a lot to see in those communities. And if you're able to do these exchanges, I'm sure we can bring the ambassadorial work to our development, because by that partnership, you create a conduit for, they can build schools. When they come and see the local problems of the people, they can help to partner to build hospitals and solve local problems and other things. So I wish them all the best. I know they will not disappoint at all. It's a difficult task. You'll be living here, going to stay in somebody's country, the culture and other things. But how come the second one has come and the first one is yet to come?
No, this list was leaked though.
It's a leaked one.
It's a leak. All the ambassadorial
Mugabe are making us discuss a leaked.
No, but it's correct.
So Obiama out my doubt.
Mugabe, so we wish them all the best. But Mugabe,
I don't know whose interest
when they are going, they go over a lot of
keep,
stuff. Do you know that?
Yeah.
And to make me the house boy, I'm movie. Or to make me a garden boy, I'm movie. Me tia, you bet you have a cow for moonshine. My one ambassadors now me tia make come and say moonshine. One bet you me a kono. Moonfamenko. Say. My appeal is fair and sound. Mugabe, let me just go straight to so him say me that the time I made a friend who be some say me that I don't sleep. I take the night 24 hours. That would buy no car and I'm see where they were leaking up on night in Amfi, no. And also by 24 hours economy go for who echi. But yes, what they say. Anyway, sometimes no be there the kind there.
It's say John Dramani or
No, you see, Mugabe, how can you sit back for 8 years and then come in and come and start dancing? It's because you have the skill. You have been training, skipping, getting ready for that big day to show off your dance. Look at the peacock. Yes. So Mahama, now I don't even call him Mahama. I call him Peacock. The Peacock president. His feathers are clear. They are showing. They are brightening up. Look, with this case of Israel-Iran war, there's a history. And Mahama is a historian. Don't forget his first degrees in history. He has read the Arab-Israeli war. He knows what occurred in the 70s and how African countries were affected. If you see how he's putting up his energy team.
Contingency measures
yes,
in place.
The energy team. We talk about Edoji. Those people who have been put around the table to discuss the energy problem. Yes, all of them. The finance minister is there. All the ministers, all the CEOs in the oil hub that have been put together. Edoji asked for him when I mentioned his name. I want to remove my coat and throw it to the crowd because Edoji is Charlie. I'm telling you, I'm down to earth. You understand? You text him 1 minute, you call him another time. Every time he will pick, he's in a busy meeting, he finds a way to get back. Mugabe, I listened to him this morning in a submission on one of our sister stations, and it's clear that the government is ready for the shocks. Just that we don't want it to travel that far. Because Sisia and what is happening is that you see, baby, the Hormuz Strait, a whole bulk of the oil, you too far go now, a far. It's a strait that opens up to the ocean for ocean going vessels carrying oil from Oman, those regions, Iraq and other things, to be able to sell to the world. And because of this tension between Iran and Israel, premiums and insurance for shipping companies are going to go up because then the route is risky. They will be afraid to be hit by a missile and other things. So it is those premiums and insurances that is going to put the route in danger. That is going to cause the price in the oil as we speak with this advent of the war. But if it should travel, then it's likely to affect production because production in that region is about 90% of world oil. So that one, if it affects it and the Hormuz Strait is closed, then that one, it will be a difficult situation.
So who can intervene?
We must show leadership as world leaders. Alistair Nelson sitting here, every time I want to talk to the Israeli president.
Benjamin.
Yes, I want to talk to him. If I had his telephone number, if I say a word to him, he'll stop. Aden, what is it? Charlie, I always remember how Ishak Rabin was shot. And you see, because of what Ishak Rabin was doing and he was shot, that's why this guy is behaving the way he's behaving. I'm telling you. But I wish that place would be peaceful. I don't stand for anybody. Iran, why will be there? I don't want anything. There's Palestine for no, please. Let's learn to live for each other. If I dare deco, what is the essence of it? What do we get? Do we get value for the dead? I want to find out. I like you, but what you are doing there this time, your war you have started, you disappoint me a lot. When I see you on air, I don't learn the lesson. I'm telling you, Ishak Rabin, he was shot from the crowd. His personal aide, his bodyguards tried to rescue him. They tried to face the bullet, but it didn't work. Do things that will make the region peaceful. Learn to live with each other. Obi catch me say, "Hey Abraham, asifo, any sanko for ne wohon." Inti Ishmael nini ni Isaac, asifo na ntopani esino.
5 February 2012. That's a year Nigeria news of TB Joshua.
Yeah, he made a prediction way back in 2012.
You see, we are fond of, instead of facing reality, running to the Bible to
and that's where the consolation is.
No. You see, There's a group on TikTok. They formed women. They formed a group called We Do Not Care.
So you're part of that group.
Part of that group. We do not care.
Carry on.
You see, they run to the Bible, and especially this Israel thing about it being God's chosen city. Look, God doesn't like ugly. Yeah. God doesn't like ugly. Yeah. God doesn't like that we are killing children, we are killing women. God doesn't like ugly. Simple. So I don't think the Bible endorses this kind of wickedness and war and all that. The Bible doesn't. So leave the Bible out of it. These are politicians who have an interest. In the Gaza, I hear there's a huge amount of gas in the Gaza, and that is why, our big brother is interested in the Gaza Strip. So if he pulls down the whole of the Gaza Strip, then he has access to the Gaza. So it's not that he wants to use it as a tourist site like he said. But these people were born there. So as a world leader, how do you even open your mouth to say may pull it down Gaza and I'm going to use it as a tourist site? It's just wrong. Number two, Netanyahu is a politician who has an interest. When was Israel formed? 1945. Yeah. Israel was non-existent. Maybe in the past Israel was in the Bible, but Israel came about after the World War, right? Yeah. 1948, right? Yeah, 48. So your neighbors, the Palestinians, give you a place, and now you want to get rid of them with the backing of Big Brother to do this. Iran, the same thing was done to Saudi. They said they had weapons of mass destruction. They went in and they found nothing. But there's always an underlying motivation why they go in. They go in because of the natural resources. Tomorrow it could be us. They will decide that Ghana is annoying. We are coming in. Kill all of us and take our natural resources because maybe they want our gold, they want our oil, they want all that. I'm not saying, I'm just saying I'm using it as it could be. So when it's being done to someone, because even in the US, you need permission of Congress before you can go to war. Wow. But these people woke up one day, sent missiles to go in.
Breaking news. Iran orders closure of the Strait of Hormuz, putting 1/5 of the world's oil supply at risk. Iran's parliament has voted to close the Strait of Hormuz, the vital shipping channel through which around 20% of the world's daily oil flows.
Yes, so
a move which could block 1 billion in oil shipments per day.
So we will also fight
to send oil prices.
We will also fight if you think is Iran, and so the Bible says it's okay for Israel to go and fight. Because listen, the Israelites, they are not even Christians, they are Jews.
Yeah.
I have nothing against them, but the point I'm making, comparing Christianity and that, is that we are Christians, and we seem to see Israel. We see the Israel in the Bible as Amene.
Yeah, they are the original.
They no.
They are not.
So I don't care what religion anyone is. I don't care wherever your faith is, that gives you hope, that opens doors for you, wherever your faith is. I respect that, but don't go and engage in politics and war, and then people who should know better will say that it's okay for them to do it because it's in the Bible. God doesn't like ugly. God doesn't approve of what's going on. It's the selfish human beings who are looking for interest for themselves and their countries.
Yeah, people have to die.
Apart from that, the people who are even supplying the ammunitions, they are making money.
A lot.
They are making money. Why is it that in America there's mass shootings and Congress can't get them to even pass a law to say that you cannot use some ammunition. You can't sell ammunition to mad people. You can't pass it because the people who sell the ammunition, they are the ones who sponsor the politicians. So everybody has an interest. Leave the Bible out of it. Ghanaian Christians, wake up.
That's why I've said that Netanyahu should put a human face to what he's doing. Mugabe, some of the bombardments, kids, 2 years, 3 years. Why are they? What is it? It pains me. And where it is going to, like the announcement has come, Shale, that's why Mugabe have always been saying, we must move to that green transition earlier and quickly than we anticipate, so that all these things, yes, we put it behind us. And American about the net effect, who will be, but they will use $100 to sing, they will to know. So the net effect will be that we'll be here more.
Mugabe, they to know say echo.
That's why we have to
say talent.
That's what I'm saying. That why
Kufuor sign a contract?
No, it was bad.
10% no more. Until 90% belongs to Talo. Until they take it away,
Mugabe,
we get just 10%.
Why can't we do anything about it?
A contract. Maybe I don't know the duration of the contract. Maybe we can look at it. But Burkina Faso recently sent out all the foreign miners,
from
foreign
French,
company miners. He sent all of them. He's taking over the mining, because mining say, I remember when we took over in 2009, the royalties that we were getting as a country was about 3%. It was during cabinet that we went to 6%. We increased it to 6%. But the contract has the contract has been signed in such a way that the people who signed the contract, I don't know,
they sign and seal it and take their check.
So, but the guy at in Burkina Faso, he's taking over.
So Mugabe, look, all these things, there's a way to nationalize if we want to take back our oil. I'm telling you, there's a way to nationalize. But me, I'm saying that we have Tor and we have sent you. So we must process downstream the oil that we get the crude here. So that
let's say by ending of October.
Yes, Tor is ready. The young man Edmond Combat, highly intelligent young man. He had been there understanding a word that for a long time. Yes, I know him. I know him personally. Yes, highly intelligent and down to earth and ready to serve. So let's find some of the oil, the crude to go through Tor. Let's process some of the things downstream oil here and get some of the bitumen and use it here. Me, I didn't even understand why J. Kufuor signed out that oil contract after all the sweat 10%. Of Chachuchi Kata. Chachuchi Kata had to sacrifice. Yes, he had to buy a drill ship, so that when we find the oil, we'll nationalize it. This thing didn't start. It started way back under Nkrumah, then at Champon. Then it came to Rawlings, and the search was long. And then by the time we found it, the government who looked for it had left power. They put trouble on Chachuchi Kata, and they have messed the place up. But I'm telling you, Mugabe, with all our search and our drill ship, people sold it and put the money in their pockets, so allegedly, yes. By now, yes, you understand. So we could have by now been getting 30 to 40% per the arrangement of Chachuchi Kata. We were looking for our own oil. It took Dr. Papa Kwesindum and Kufuor to go and bring 3D technology to locate it exactly where it was, where the oil was, for them to drill it inside into white tallow. When did tallow come inside? When did they come inside? After all the work the Ministry of Energy had done, that's why GMPC had done under Chachuchi Kata, the work, yes, the work even Papa Kwesindum did as energy minister and brought the 3D technology to bring the thing out. How did we give it out that cheaply?
Trump African country.
Yes, because they look down upon our decisions. The decisions we make as if we don't have a head.
But if they come and then they are taking your oil and they say that we want 90%, but we are giving you 10%, and you agree, how can they respect you?
They cannot.
So going forward, I think the new crop of leaders coming, we shouldn't behave like Kufuor and Co. When they come and they're coming for our resources, we take the bigger share and then give them.
Mugabe, you see, Gaye Penye no, Chato. And yet 1961 to 66 construction had to take place. Yes, and Nkrumah. And look at what it has done. And then you to me Fafan go na oil fields no. And pipe it the hole. There's a straight pipe from where the oil is. You Mugabe, you check there. When they were building the circle interchange.
I've been there before.
When they were building the circle interchange, there were certain pillars that I noticed that were in the ground. I was telling somebody that if you check the 1963 to 1970 development plan, this thing was there already, but not this shape. But there were plans to build over circles so that traffic would not go and check. So there were pillars that had been put in the ground way back. Ask the engineers. That's planning. That's what I'm talking about. The Tor was put there ahead of the geological survey to find out whether we had oil, because we used to see tar balls in Salt Pond. Kwame Nkrumah spent most of the time at the Salt Pond beach. You can check in 1947 when he came in. That's where mostly he stayed when he was not in Accra. He was always in Salt Pond. So they saw tar balls at the beach. That's why he went ahead to set up the geological survey to find out what those balls meant. And even when Achampong came to power in the 70s, he allowed the military to those tar balls to melt them and use them as fuel for the armed forces when the Arab-Israeli war came in the 70s. What did the American say?
After all the planning and investment that went into the oil search and other things, what the life Chachuchi Kata, he put his whole life to it. Then we get the oil, we couldn't nationalize and even take 50%. Then we have people who are today sitting there, they enjoyed the contract, they signed it. I'm saying allegedly. Enjoy. And I want to sign contract no Ghana for so. Yeah, all you know why assassin.
Okay.
And why assassin? And why should it happen like that? Mugabe. But I pray that we'll be able to see the end of this thing. World leadership should come up. Who is the UN Secretary General? Who did it? Charlie, Mugabe sponsor me to go and stand at that election. We need world leadership. We need people who say no. People who stand up to the truth. People who direct the world right. People who, when young people invest their time properly, will reward them. That's what we are talking about. We will not send people to war. We will not send young children to war. We will not manufacture items. When land should be used for agriculture, it's being used for war. Look at what is happening in Ukraine. It's a bro. Near the grains, near the supply world, you know. And people are watching. People go and sit around the conference table, talk. They cannot find a solution. Sometimes in my room, I want to smash my television. We lack it. We lack the Kofi Annans. I'm telling you, the Butros Ali. We lack them. We lack them. Look, this they should step up. I'm asking, who's the UN Secretary General? No. Find a solution to the world's problems. Sit around the table. Not Trump crowd free no sampai. To be Casantrobi. Sorry. Trump needs to asofo. No, what? Ni Casantre. Ni na nebi ni ho.
Christians in there.
Chale Mugabe. They shouldn't spoil the world. They do your crowd. After you do fifth floor, I say any yasino. Ebe si aye ni epeja etini ehu. Abraboni se ni ebe boni ni acha Ghana ede. Ye nyawo ye no mfaso. Oti dem is Ghana. Ye wo refine. I bet to me refine. Ye nya ho mfaso. Se kakra na amana ba no hihye economy ye. Na afide prices go from now oye no so go from. Mo sa be ye be isemse mu de ntokwa ba na abe affected fuel prices for Ghana. And then I'm person mu no. And I'll be able to mean Casantrobia. Look, John Dramani Mahama, raise your voice. You yourself, you are far ahead of all the world leaders. When I sit back and I look in my room, the experience you have, they don't have it across the world. Raise your voice. That's the problem. You see, that's the problem. Who do you feel say barbecue? Barbecue. Who do you say money no or that's barbecue?
John Benjamin.
John Benjamin. They no need to feel say. No see
yeah. Free Mexico.
See yeah. Propagating his speech. Yes, he went reporting. Our names. It be say we did that Britain. I have a British name, Alistair Nelson. Munyame. Remember how I won't go there to do anything. As we can John Benjamin time but this time they meko. That time
Alistair Nelson.
Yeah, Mugabe Maase. Mugabe, we'll go over it. Our problems are transient as African countries. That's what we have come to know. We'll go over it. I pray that it will not degenerate. Mugabe, you will be there. Look, read Africa. Mugabe, read Africa Must Unite. Kwame Nkrumah's book. When you read the opening comments, the wealth of Africa, he enumerates from country to country the wealth of each nation and the reason why we must come together and put that economic strength to use as a backbone to surpass the Americans and to surpass the Europes. Why? European Union. I want to meet them to debate them and tell them the high points in it that is from Nkrumah. They didn't have it. Singapore, look, the idea Lee Kuan Yew used to transform his country is coming from Nkrumah. He just read Ghana's development plan 1963 to 70. That's all. That's what went into his head, and then took a vision to transform his country. Yeah. So, Charlie, we have it here, Mugabe. Nyakupo Shirayen. Now, Memma Obi Ntokwa, Senya Yedi Efia Semno.
Mugabe Moses Clinic and Herbal Center, Live Kid Capsules, Daruma S Natural Mineral Water, Hebron Hills International School, Adom Survey and General Construction, Power Specialist Herbal Hospital, Victory Garlic Mesa, and Safari Valley Eco Resort, Madaruma Teche, and the Dijumedi Eddie Ebro live on TVS YZ and also on Power 97.9 FM. Excellency, if I could be a cracker one of it. Wrap you up.
So say July 1st, your papa, His Excellency John Mahama. Also, be launch 24-hour policy. You be Thanksgiving.
July 1st. That's any Republic
Day. Say they are back to normal. Mobile on best society, they are back to normal.
A month for being so prison or
July 1st, a Thanksgiving or launchy. Ntia papa obo ejumapa yen na yenta nichi. Obi enya abotrema no na yen supporting no.
Very well.
Yen supporting no. Bitia me mama
no kai a year at 2 ACM. Because in the health condition no enye
sa guy bi.
Yeah, total be we no. Onya oboho ewo prison ho but that rage every 3 days be a oko hospital Monday, Wednesday, Fridays ewo 37 and it's called in spine onya problem and for mon kai no
enti ejuma de ye
I was go for wa ma amnesty 8 years in when you be there
na say nitim ye de
sa oh yes
nitim ye de pa go for de nitim ye de
and the First Republic, First July na back, me depa.
What's your visiting someone?
And say July, the month of July, you will have to use your program to raise some funds and some food and some water supplies because July no kita on sabusumi. That time no near there call. We don't want to go back there again. We don't want anybody to go back there again.
We don't want.
Ose, 29th. I'm going to date na go ni three me refi. Me kai na me yare. Mugabe, first once more you 4 August nephew. Let me give a little history of the first July. It's not for nothing that the 1st July Republic Day was established by Kwame Nkrumah. And on that day, several things happened. It's not only realizing a republic as a nation, did we, but it was on that day that our money, that was with the Bank of England. In 1954, Kwame Nkrumah passed the Cocoa Amendments Bill. There was an increment in the cocoa price on the world market, and he decided to take 71% of the money, and he kept the money in the Bank of England for 4 years, not until 1958, before the tax was stopped. So the money accrued to 191 million, and it was that money that was released to us on 1st July. That's why we were able to sign the Akosombo Dam, build the 43 new secondary schools. So it was a real birth for financial independence too. We must celebrate.
Koso Labadi Beach Hotel. So earlier today, the Chief of Staff, Honorable Julius Zebra, was the guest of honor at the Ghana-China Business Summit ongoing at the Labadi Beach Hotel in Accra. Tiwoshe Jumedi Kesiwa, Yabapa Honorable Julius Zebra, one in a guest of honor, Bibia Koso, Honorable Julius Zebra, the capacity man, JD. And a woman could see a Friday. He's a very humble man.
Oh, yeah, he's a good
very, very, very humble.
His demeanor, his affability, his likability of human beings. You say you see Pemas and Poyami Kosham say, you need a Pemas and say, yes, he shows love to human beings. Yeah, Uncle Jumading, and I'm sure something will come out of this interaction.
He speaks very well.
Yes.
Yeah.
He's measured in his speech. He won't talk plenty like a lister. But when he talks, yes, he's measured. That's what I'm saying.
So you know you talk plenty.
Yes, I know. Yes, I read plenty, so I talk plenty. I don't want to be sitting down. That's what I know. Oh, Mugabe said, Asem Papa.
I mean, a summit is always good. I mean, you get to meet business people, ideas, some new things that you can bring on board. Yeah, and for me now, you once after this, funding projects are based on this summit. It's good. It's good. My only thing is that I don't know how to say it.
Say it well.
I don't want to offend anyone. As ambassadors, when we go out there and we bring business, we bring the ministers on board and stuff, and they should help us. Don't just come visit and go.
Okay.
Because
there should be follow-ups.
From experience, then now ambassador, we will do our part. But those here,
when they get here,
when we bring them on board, say, okay, you deal with mumbra business way or funding way or they should follow it through and then for the benefit of the country.
Thank you very much, Excellency Lawyer Zita Benson, Alyssa Nelson, Medawas Wase, production team Kevin Asante, Ralph, ne Emmanuel, Nate, Tim Nina Prince, Midamunina Ase, Semo support to Yema Bibia, Konkai, King Nicholas, so Asadaka say, the Porsche shall say at exactly 2 p.m. ABC 3 and Sana Miso, maybe some TVS was at Power 97.9 FM. Yamisha Bibia, no, you'll be a case. About the Dominia Timquama or China, at exactly 3 p.m. News. And Beposo Hima, any team no dia numero sia kase ebo papa a ball 5 to 6 ya na obo say Fabia or the power kase ebo no kwa no abegina enti amenye mu na no sia kase ebo no ento aso mamunyina mo eniti